as I said before, if you guys want to do crazy shit, by all means do it. I don't really care because I can just make anything else happen. There's no real narrative here. There's nothing stat blocked. Do keep in mind though that if you try to fuck with shit, it'll fuck with you, and most things could kill you very easily. So if you really want to stay alive, I'd try to stay a little bit more intelligent than drowning people constantly, like Tay was doing a while back. But I mean, if you want to, go for it. That being said, we're going to start in like 2 minutes. I'm just putting a few things together in the sheets. I'm not going to go with a big narrative to get you guys together, at least not so far. This is a one shot. I'm just trying to make sure that everything works well and that you all enjoy what's going on and you all get everything. So we're just probably going to start you in a group immediately, and then we're going to go from there. Let's just take a look. And right now, I imagine you guys just can see black, yes?
Yes.
Yep.
Perfect. Okay. And everyone's ready now? You all got your books and all that madness and stuff?
Oh, yeah. PDFs ahoy.
There you go. Okay. So if everyone's good to go, we'll give it a shot really quickly. You all find yourselves falling asleep in your respective beds, and you've had a hard day. Work's been tough. You all find yourself dreaming listlessly, and a flash of light suddenly appears. You find yourself in a grand hall full of friars and monks and brothers and businessmen, and large chairs in the middle, looking towards you, all four of you. You look back and forth at each other, not exactly sure who you are, but somehow you have the feeling that you have the idea that like you've known these people for a long time, but these faces don't really matter to you. And in front of you, this man speaks, says, "We've congregated you guys together, mages together, a new group. We require your services for now. You're on a temporary probationary basis. You're going to be investigating a hospital down in Montreal. It's called the Royal Vic. It's been decommissioned for some time now, but we've been hearing rather unusual things going on. We're not exactly sure of the substantiality of all this going on, but we'd like to make sure just in case it's within our realm of responsibility." He looks kind of quizzically at you. As you're looking quizzically at him, you have no idea who I am, do you?
No.
He sighs to himself, and his palms to his hand again. My name is Jean Lesage. I'm a former lawyer and a politician in Quebec. I am the one who created the Quiet Revolution. I understand, out of character, I understand you guys don't know what that is, but you can go look into it if you like. That being said, I am the current luminary of this group, and I'm the one basically calling the shots. If you guys have any issues with that, you can leave, but it seems to me that you guys are here on your own.
So I ask him, what order do you represent?
We are part of the Rosicrucianism, and it comes to your mind very quickly. All of you get a shot, basically, your brain of this. We are the Montreal sect of the Rosicrucianisms. We are basically a group that brings together knowledge, science, and religion into one positive idea, and we go from there as mages. We're a large sect, and we represent a lot of the mages in Montreal currently.
Interesting. I think I recognize you from a couple of those meet and greets.
Well, I'm suspicious because if you represent so many mages in Montreal, why are you bringing us together to do your dirty work?
To be perfectly honest, as many mages as we have, it's still never enough. Many mages in Montreal is also comparatively speaking to the many millions of vampires and the many millions of werewolves across Canada. We're stretched thin, to put it very, 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 very simply. So, to be honest, we're calling in our B group here.
Are you financially stretched then?
Finances are never really an issue when you have mages who can transmute lead to gold, so not particularly, no.
Well, I'm living out of my car, so we might have to have a discussion.
You'll be a lot of stipends once this probationary period's over. I wouldn't worry about that too much.
Money isn't so much an issue for me myself, but I can definitely see the benefits of a working relationship.
then we shouldn't have a problem working together. The hospital is down the road, downtown. In downtown, about 45-minute drive.
Hospital or a hotel?
This is a hospital. It's the Royal Vic. It's a decommissioned hospital. It's been moved since the super hospital has been erected about 5 years ago. They moved all the patients out, as you may or may not know.
Yeah, it was a big erection.
A large, gigantic, massive. Aided by us, actually. So the mission's been set. If you have any questions, please by all means ask them now. We don't have a long time though. There have been vampire sightings around the area, and the werewolves are getting around to Maris with what they need to do. So we'd rather get this done as soon as possible.
So I refuse to believe this is as simple as you claim. Clearly, you don't want to provide us with much additional information, but something's going on with this hotel worthy of investigation. Is it related to this vampire and werewolf activity?
Not that we're aware of. We've just been getting notices from the area around it. We have some scouts and civilians and non-mages telling us what's going on here. We haven't seen any vampires around specifically, but we do know there are always vampires everywhere. We don't know if it's a cabal. We don't know if it's a werewolf group. All we know is there's been dealings of magic there, and there shouldn't be. The hospital is empty. There's nothing going on that we know about.
Well, so if we are to find supernatural activity, are we to eradicate it? Are you expecting us to?
We'd rather you scout it out, to be honest with you.
Just report our findings?
Correct. At least get in, get out. Try not to make yourselves too much of a nuisance, is kind of the idea here. If there is something that we need to take care of, we'll send a larger group with more experienced mages. Any other questions?
Is there any known like secret access points or otherwise strange layouts of this hospital?
We actually don't possess a map of the hospital. There's no blueprints. The hospital's from 1894. It's rather old. There could be something that would get you in there easily or unguarded. Security was never a big thing back in the day, and we've never really retrofitted everything for that. But to our knowledge, no, it's just a standard hospital. If you find anything there, you'll be the first one to know, really.
I turn to these guys and say, these guys can't even search this shit on Google Maps. And they want us to do this work.
I believe it's called a scouting, a test.
Yeah, step 1, Google Maps.
All right,
Does Google Maps tend to have interior blueprints?
Funny that you say that. Jean Lesage pulls out his iPhone 10, and quickly goes over it and kind of just shows it to you really fast, and it looks something like that. Just as a note, this is actually the Royal Vic Hospital. It is no longer in operation, but that is what it looks like. This is what you'll be going to, guys. It's old as hell. But I don't expect much issue going on. And again, if you guys see something going on, something happening, leave and report it to us. We'll send a more experienced group out to deal with that instead.
Isn't this the hospital from House?
No. Not that I'm aware.
You sure?
I haven't watched House in 10 years.
I'm sure there's quite a few in that design.
Sure. Any other questions? No, then congratulations, guys. You're now mages of the order. Car will be waiting for you outside they take you there. And as you guys go, there's nothing for you to do here. So get in the car. You go. So effectively, 45 minutes later, you're at the hospital. It's midday. No vampires in sight. Vampires don't really go outside in the sun, as you know. And the car opens the door, lets you all out, and you're all in the front. Where are those two?
Is this like a bad neighborhood now?
No.
It's abandoned, right?
It's abandoned simply because there's a major hospital that was built that basically took all the hospitals and put together. But it's still perfectly good neighborhood. There's nothing going on. There's no crime. I mean, it's downtown Montreal. There's some, but it's not fucking ghetto or anything.
Well, I get my. I want to buy like a fifth of whiskey.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
You have a fifth of whiskey. Done.
Thank you.
Put in your inventory. You're all at the front door, kind of assembled there, looking at each other. Again, not very sure who each other are, but you kind of have a feeling you knew each other in the past life. These faces mean something to you, but you're not exactly sure. What are you gonna do? You're at the front of the hospital.
I will use my spirit sight.
Sure, definitely. Roll.
What do I roll?
So spirit sight would be what type of magic?
Isn't the when you use your mage sight? I mean,
Yeah, if you use mage sight, you just state that you're using your mage sight, and I need to know.
Okay,
what
I'm
arcane
using
is.
my spirit mage sight.
And it's spirit magic.
Yes.
Okay. Yep, you activate your mage sight. You take a look at the surrounding area, and you see spirit activity everywhere. It just permeates the area. It permeates all the doors. Everything has basically been touched by a spirit.
Is it like Ghostbusters?
No, I wouldn't call it like ectoplasmic. It's simply that there has been life here constantly. But then you kind of think to yourself, well, this has been a hospital. It makes sense that people have died and lived and breathed and have been here consistently. There's nothing necessarily inherently malevolent about it.
Don't you need like a level 2 to do the sight power?
No,
Is it 1?
There's sight is always a thing you can have, but you always have a sense of it, but you have to activate it yourself if you want to do a specific type of sight or more engaging sight. You have to say like, I engage my mage sight for this, and then you see more. But you always have a sense of it.
Okay.
Yeah. So you as I said, you saw spirits.
I just want to. Can I just do like a general investigation?
You definitely can. What would you like to investigate specifically? Like just the area?
Well, I guess mostly the entrance, the entryway. Probably, looking maybe at the directories and the,
Okay.
the main entryway.
Okay.
The first floor lobby.
Roll investigation and roll.
So, but it would be like what plus investigation? Because it would be maybe.
It'd be wits.
Wits. Okay,
yeah.
Great.
So roll roll 6 d10s.
Hang on. There's a way to. You can just do it. Right.
You go to the dice roller, advanced roll.
I'm an asshole. All right, hang on.
So top left, the bar, go to vertical, to the dice itself, and then go to advanced roll.
I'm just gonna do it the shitty way.
Oh, sure.
Difficulty 6, I hope.
It's 7, 8, 9s. Sorry, 8, 9, 10s are successes. There's no difficulties.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you have to 7, 8, 9, 10s are successes here. Anything less is a non-success.
So 7, 8, 9 or 8, 9?
8, 9, 10.
Oh, so 0 successes?
Correct. You take a quick look around. You don't find too much of any sort of real bearing to you. Nothing's really relevant. You do kind of pull on the door really quickly, just so, as anyone would, and you find it's locked.
The front door?
Correct.
Oh.
And the windows are barred off with wrought iron.
Well, I have a lockpick kit, so I guess that step 2 is lockpick.
Yeah, you can definitely do that.
Dexterity. Larceny.
Yeah, larceny, dexterity.
And lockpick is my skill specialty, so is that a plus?
You get an extra dice.
Okay.
So you get 1.
3, so 6. That's another 6.
Well, you have 0 larceny.
I have 2.
Wrong one. Yeah, sorry, wrong one. Yep, roll 6.
Oh, well, son of a... So I got 1 success.
You have 3 successes.
There's 2 1s. Those still cancel out, right?
Those would be those would be criticals. If you have 3 or 4, I believe you get more. We'll call it success. You can just do this over and over again.
Well, hang on. You're confusing me, and I'm so old World of Darkness. It used to be if you had a success and you got a 1, they canceled each other out.
That's probably the case now, honestly. So 1's still fine though. We'll work with that until I know better. We'll roll with that. So even then, you still got 1. You still got 1 success out of 9.
1 success, yeah.
Yeah, you definitely pick the lock. You twist the lock chamber, and the door opens. The slow creak and a kind of rusty sound. The door is now open, and you just feel a musk.
And I make a waving, a voila motion and kind of wave everybody inside.
As the door opens, you just feel this kind of cold, old air, and it smells of rust and just old building, musty smell. Maybe rat shit going past you really quickly.
Sweet.
What do you guys do?
Well, I'm going to let somebody else do something.
So the door is now open. You're all waiting outside.
I walk inside.
Perfect.
Put my mage hat on.
Inside, you find the old hospital is still the way as it was. Old, decrepit. It's very, very old building. Most of the material and most of the furniture that was there is still there, as there was no need to move it, and it's just no point. Lots of old wooden pews stretch across the walls so you can sit down, and there's a directory there, like an information desk right in front of you. And it's rather dark, but it's still enough to see approximately 10 to 15 feet in front of you. On the left side, you find that there is a large staircase that goes from the depths to the top of the hospital. It's the main staircase, and there's an elevator column to the right of you.
I take a swig of my whiskey.
You feel quite.
This is part where we split up and look for clues, guys.
You can split up.
All right, Velma.
You can split up if you like. You can stay together if you like. That's all up to you guys.
Does my spirit sight show anything new now that we are inside the building?
No, as just before, everything here in this building is permeated with spirits. People have lived and died constantly in this hospital. Nothing's inherently malevolent, though.
Oh shit! All right, forces is probably the right thing to do with this, but I'm gonna try it with matter. I'll do like some sort of matter sight. I want to look at like power outlets and stuff to see if there's any residual. Like, do I feel like power could be restored?
Yeah, you take a quick look with the site of forces, and you find that.
No, I don't have forces. I matter.
Matter wouldn't work then, no.
All right. Well, then I say, hey. Well, then I don't know. Somebody else come up with that idea.
I don't have voices.
I try and flip the power switch.
You flip one of the switches that you see on the wall, and nothing happens. It seems to you that the power has either been shut down, or there's no power coming to this building at all.
I say out loud, I think the power's out.
I gathered that from the lack of lights.
Mm-hmm.
The room is still waiting for you. There is an information desk in the middle, as you saw. The staircase is on the left, and there's an elevator column on the right.
Brent will look at the map at the information desk.
Okay. You hobble over to the information desk and wipe off all the old cobwebs and dust. And there is a directory map of the hospital. It's pretty basic, though. It's basically just telling you what on each floor is what. There's oncology, there's radiology, there's pediatrics, and neurology. And it shows a basement as well.
Well, let's go to the basement.
You want to start away from the bottom, work your way up?
The basement's the scariest. We might as well start there.
I mean, maybe you're scared.
I want to use like fate sight on the directory.
Okay. You don't really see anything that would be pertinent to what you're looking for. Fate shows you nothing. There's too many ways to go for fate to show you anything that would be determinant here.
Well, all right, yeah. There's nothing that's like obvious, like that makes it. This is where you're supposed to be. Right.
You feel something pulling you towards the basement, but it's a small nagging feeling.
It feels like my mother's in the basement.
Well played.
Guys, this mac and cheese I'm eating is out of date. Just out of character real quick. I'm upset.
No, too late in character. You brought mac and cheese with you.
Yeah, that's very Canadian.
Or Poutine? Poutine.
Poutine.
Poutine?
Poutine.
Poutine?
Yes, just like Putin.
Poutine.
There you go.
All right, so
Yeah.
put down your poutine and let's head down to the basement then.
Day of the rake win.
Croissant.
So you guys are heading to the basement?
Hell yeah.
Okay. You guys just head towards the staircase to the basement. The floor is creaky. It's very old. Been around since the 1800s. Still wood in some areas as they never sought to fix it, and it looks nice. And you find yourself to the basement door. It's an old, heavy iron wrought door. Black iron, very heavy. And you tug at the door and find it's locked.
I unlock the door.
You attempt to unlock the door by manipulating the lock. The lock is stuck rusted.
Is there some sort of matter spell I can use to make it not rusted / unlock the door?
What level is your matter?
2.
You probably can do that. Yeah, let me just take a quick look. It's been a while. Matter.
While he's doing that, I'd like
So,
to...
well, okay, yeah, go ahead. Try that.
I was going to cast a Web of Life to tell if there's anything living inside the basement area, besides bacteria and such, of course.
Okay, we'll just do that first. Web of Life. Let me just take a quick look. I haven't memorized every spell.
Page 148.
Yeah, I'm on it. Okay, yeah, roll your life magic. So you're gonna go down to the bottom, towards Arcana. Okay. So yep, you gather your mana together, and you find that it's just not working out for you right now. You can't focus enough to bring the spell on your praxis.
It's all this mold.
Yeah, all this mold is affecting you. All this mold dead. Hinder, what are you rolling?
That was a mistake. I was messing.
Okay, sure. So now we'll do a matter spell that could potentially get rid of it. It's fine. Let me just see if it's actually under your power. It might not be. Shaping. Let's see what shaping does. It's sorry, it takes a bit because I need to figure out what you can actually do with this stuff. With this level. Unfortunately, I don't think you could actually change. Like you can't change the substances of what the matter is. So you can't change the rust into unoxidized iron right now. So I don't really think you could affect it right now with matter 2, unfortunately.
Damn.
Yeah, it was a good idea though. At level 3, it's kind of where that sort of stuff starts.
Can remote control do it? Or is it because it's rusted it can't fulfill its normal operations?
You can try.
No, I won't
Wouldn't that
try.
be ruling?
Oh, it's a
The ruling
matter.
principle?
You could definitely try remote control, as in just to make it work. You could do it.
Alright, so I just click on matter and hit cast.
Yep.
Damn it.
Unfortunately, again, something about this area is making it difficult you focus your mana into your praxis, and the spell does not function.
Goddamn locked.
Yeah, nothing.
Hey, bud, have you considered getting good?
Nothing
So
stopping. Nothing stopping you from trying to cast again. Just keep that in mind.
All right, well, why don't you try getting the door open?
Okay.
That's not my thing.
No remote control. You cast the spell, and you find the lock, and you feel the lock within your mind trying to twist, but it's being stopped. It's jerked, and it won't go any further.
Alright.
I say out loud, I think it's rusted.
Hey, thanks, pal.
Yeah, what magic did you have to use to divine that?
I take a swig of my whiskey.
You feel less parched, or you feel more parched, rather. There's a large wrought iron door standing between you and the basement.
Alright, I got an idea. Can I push the door into the twilight and make it lose its material form?
What?
Hey, here's a question. Raising my hand.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Which of these spells do I have?
You have every spell that you can cast.
Okay, which are...
So if you go under your Arcana,
I'm there.
so if you look in the book as well,
Looking at that too.
As long as you have that many dots, you can do it.
As long as you have that many dots, you can do effectively anything that was within the realm of those spells. Those are just examples. So if you tell me I want to do X and I agree that it works under your account, you can do it.
So it says I have 2. Does that mean I can do 2 dots?
Correct. So even if it's not a spell in the book, but it falls under that level of it, you can do it. We would just have to agree to it.
Okay, then I have a question.
Sure.
For the spell Lucky Number, it says the probability of correctly guessing a phone number, password, or lock combination. Is a tumbler combination not technically a lock combination?
It is a lock combination. That would work.
But it's still rusted.
But
there's no lock.
So
there's no lock on it that you could discern. There's just literally a keyhole. Yeah. Good thinking.
So I only have matter 1 and time 1, and it might not be enough, but my idea would be to like temporarily reverse the time on the lock to where it's no longer rusted.
No, that would require level.
Probably
3
a higher level.
Yes.
Yeah.
Much higher level in time to reverse time.
Could we, using spirit, coax the spirit of the lock to turn? And I don't know if that would affect the material plane as well, though.
You could try and coax a spirit to do something.
There's nothing stopping you from trying.
Shame.
Okay, then use my spirit side. I focus on the lock.
Okay.
And I will cast my rote spell, coaxing the spirit.
Sure.
I don't think this thing for how to actually cast the rote spell, so I'll just do it manually.
You'll just do it just like you cast a regular spell. It's just easier. It's just a rote is essentially just an easier to cast spell.
I just don't know how to make the dice pool go up for it because I have a bigger dice pool.
Let me take a quick look here.
Because I rolled 6 to do coaxing the spirit.
So you'll do other modifiers under high speech. You'll just add to it. So above spell name, it says other modifiers. There you go. Yep, you succeed. You try to coax the spirits of this lock, but you find that there are none to exist. Generally, spirits don't like to inhabit locks. It's kind of low for them. The lock does nothing.
Alright, so I got this spell. It's called Ghost Gate.
Can I look at the hinges?
Yeah, you definitely can. The hinges are wrought iron as well as the door, and
But are they rusted?
No, they're not rusted, but they're fastened with hexagonal bolts that are quite large. So it'd take quite a bit of strength to damage them.
Sorry, somebody was saying something.
Yeah, so I got the spell Ghost Gate. It puts it opens up a gate to the twilight, and stuff that goes in there, its material form gets destroyed.
Okay.
Is there any way I can just get rid of the door using that?
What arcana is that under really quickly?
Death.
Death. Okay, let's take a quick look. Ghost Gate. Shield.
Page 130.
Number 3. Okay, Ghost Gate. No, well, you can't. You'd have to put the gate onto the door, but then the gate is going through the door. You'd have to actually undo the door and put the door through the gate somehow. I would have to rule no on that.
What?
All right, that's fair.
Yeah.
All right, so I got this. I need a crowbar and some rope.
I forgot to pack my crowbar and rope today.
Call the Uber. Crowbar and rope guy.
I can make a crowbar out of shadows.
Shadow crowbar. Well, anyway, we need to go back upstairs.
I'm just gonna rip this door off the hinges. Stand back.
Yeah,
people.
did we try kicking it? I feel like
I do not believe physical force has been tried. No.
then I try and kick the door.
Okay. Let's see, Tay. Let's just take
I got the answer. It's upstairs, though.
Well, Tay's kicking the door.
I'm waiting. I'm gonna wait. Wait for him to do it.
Do a strength roll. So 2d10s.
Can I join him in kicking down the door as well?
You definitely can. So you both of you kind of 1, 2, 3 it. So roll your strength, and Tay roll his strength.
Nice kick.
Okay.
It'd be plus brawl, right?
Yeah, Quarrance kicks it much harder than Tay does, and you hear the lock kind of jittering a bit, but it's still pretty stuck tight.
Can I try casting Hone the Form again?
You certainly can.
Can I please cast Fuck This Door?
No, I go upstairs to the elevator door and I start prying it open.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. So I'm going to get, I'm going to make this a scene duration. I get a +2 to my strength, I believe.
Yep.
Strength.
Now I'm strength 5.
Sure. You want to try kicking the door in again?
Oh yeah.
Sure, go for it. Roll your strength. With your modifier as well. You give it a swift kick, but nothing happens. Sorry, you give a swift kick, and you feel the lock jittering more, but it's still stuck pretty tight.
All this magic and just one lock.
Magic doesn't solve everything.
So
Who would win? All the magic in the world or one lucky boy?
So I'm back upstairs and I'm prying open the elevator door with my fingers.
Yeah, do a strength check.
Well, okay.
Or strength roll, rather. You'll need at least one success.
Yay.
Yeah, you definitely get that sucker open. You put your hands in there and just rip them open. The doors fly open really quickly. You peer down the shaft. The elevator has been reset down to the bottom. But there are ladders that you can climb down for emergency purposes.
Hey, what kind of magic do you have?
Take a swig of my whiskey. I put it like under my armpit, and I start going down the ladders.
Certainly.
And I have a lighter too, so like a Zippo that I'm using if I need to.
You can definitely see.
Once more into the breach.
Are you guys going to follow Hindered down the elevator shaft?
He didn't tell us he was going up there.
Yeah, I did.
He did.
I said I'm going upstairs. I literally said I'm going upstairs to the elevator.
I assume we hear him open the elevator door, so we're going to follow.
Right.
I'll say, hey, I'll yell, hey, douchebags. Because he doesn't use homophobic slurs. Which is my first instinct.
So, Hindered goes down the shaft of the elevator and is on top of the deactivated elevator now. And there's a hatch on top of it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to try and get all the way as far in as I can.
Okay. You're on top of the deactivated
elevator. So I guess I should say, because I mean, this is a big ass. There's one basement. There's no like multi sub basement type things.
As far as you know, from what the directory tells you, there is simply.
Or I should say, yeah. The elevator is like one down. It's in the basement that we expect.
Correct.
So I'm traveling down like 10 feet down a ladder, and then I'm standing on top of an elevator.
Correct. But for all you know, in most hospitals, they've either been retrofitted, and the elevators and the basements are gigantic, or they're offshoot basements or sub basements.
Or, yeah. So when I open the elevator, is the top of the elevator just not like right on my foot level?
You go down the shaft, and you find yourself on the elevator. It's about 10 feet down.
Okay.
Story.
Yeah, I guess it's just big. Okay, so yeah, I mean, and I try and get in. Can I get into the other elevator door?
You can try to get into the elevator as like the elevator cabin, but there is a hatch preventing access for emergency purposes.
Preventing access?
Correct. There's a hatch on top of it that you can open from the inside to get out of it should there be an emergency.
So, and I now that's a trope, and the reality of it is they're openable from the outside for rescue workers.
Correct. It is openable from outside. You can see a red switch.
They're not meant to be open from the inside at all. So I'm a firefighter for all intents and purposes.
Yep.
And I open it up, and so the other thing is that this elevator is properly aligned with the basement door.
Yeah, it's this is the last floor of the hospital, or that, as far as you know, it's just sitting on the bottom, so the cable tension doesn't.
And there's no other exit besides the elevator door.
Correct.
I mean,
it's an old elevator. It's
easy peasy. Who else is coming down this ladder behind me?
I'm here.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're all stinking up this elevator shaft.
So
I get in the fucking elevator.
You pull the emergency release.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, emergency release of the hatch, sure.
Yep. Do a strength check or strength roll.
Oh, you're killing me. Like I said, it's an emergency. Anybody can do it. One success.
Perfect. You tug at you grasp the switch very, very gingerly and pull. You feel a bit of tension behind it.
Not like a redhead.
Yeah, fair enough. And you pull. You find it that it's giving a little bit of resistance, but you just power on through and just slam that thing down, and the hatch just switches open. You have unmitigated access to this elevator.
Well, except now I have to. So I mean, then I have to open up this other fucking door.
Correct.
To get
you have
into
to
the
go
basement.
downstairs, open that door.
What do you mean? I feel like I'm in the elevator now.
You've gone down the hatch of the elevator. You're in the elevator cabin.
Yeah.
The elevator door in front of you to get into the basement is still closed.
Right. So then, I mean, I would assume that to be the same thing as another strength check from like I did in the first place.
Correct.
So there's no way I'm gonna get 3 in a row. Yeah. So
maybe we should get old beefy arms in here with
I
his 5 strength.
botch, so I like strain my arm.
Yeah.
So I'm not like I won't be able to retry that or something.
You botched it. It strains your arm, and you kind of flex your arm out a bit, and your whiskey kind of falls down to the ground, and it spills to the floor a bit.
No.
All right. It doesn't break. I just lose some.
Correct. It just spills out.
Oh.
It's still a good flask. I wouldn't. It's not.
Here, let me.
Okay. So this is Montreal, right? And so
Yeah.
I'm wearing like mittens, like
It's not
gloves.
that cold, all right? It's
Well, no, because I put that down and I let it absorb up some of the spilled liquor, and then I kind of put it up to my hands.
I see. Fair enough.
I don't understand why you're just role playing yourself.
The character has an alcohol addiction.
Like I said, I don't understand why you're just role playing yourself.
Well, because I know how to do it. I know where it comes from.
Hey, I think of everyone here, I'm the only one currently drinking, so
I'm just getting real high.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard that butane thing a second ago.
So the elevator door still stands there. It's not.
Die, door, die.
All right. Corn's basically again.
Jesus. Yeah. We got this. I'm trying to like some like magical strength, like monkey on his back.
Oh yeah, life mage for life.
The doors fling open. You find yourself looking at the basement. It is pitch dark. There's no lights anymore. But you start to smell again a musty, mossy like mold smell, and you hear rats skittering about. You can feel that no one's been here for quite a while. Down the hall, as far as you can see with the lighter on, you can see about 10 feet ahead of you. You see a hallway with multiple doors on each side.
I have given myself infravision, so I can see in the dark.
Okay, you can now see in the dark. As said before, you can see no further than really 10 feet because there's multiple zigzags and turns. You see a few offices and what looks like laundry rooms that have just been stagnant sitting there. The doors are closed, and you can try them if you like. And there's light switches all across the place.
Question: why are we here again?
You've been sent here by the Rose Canaryism order to investigate.
Are we looking for something specific?
Nothing in specific. No, they don't know exactly what's going on.
Fuck.
Something's happening here, so
Yeah,
but we don't know what it is.
There's been activity. There's been senses and activities from scouts of the order that magic has been going on. There's been like spells that have been cast, but you're not exactly sure what's going on.
Can I use death sight to see if anything spooky's going on?
You definitely can. So you activate your mage sight for death. As just like spirit, people have
Everything
died
just
here.
looks metal as fuck.
Yeah, everything looks metal as fuck. Basically, people have died here over 2 centuries, either under good terms or bad. You do feel malevolence, but you could attribute that to people dying of causes that weren't necessarily fair. But there are spirits everywhere here.
So so basement of a hospital has, like, what was it used for? And usually it's things that aren't super public, right? So maybe
there's a
mortuary.
Generally speaking, in most hospitals, basements,
morgue.
there'd be a morgue, there'd be laundry, what's the word? Sterilization, kitchens, things like that.
Is this old enough to have they did like the crazy electro brain stuff?
Convulsion therapy? Yes, this would be old enough, and there definitely was. The Royal Vic was a neurology hospital, primarily.
We have lobotomies and shit.
Yes, definitely. Although those rooms would be decommissioned or purposed for something else by now, there would still be, but the rooms would still exist.
You did mention magic.
Can I use serendipity?
To do?
To figure out where we need to go.
So I pick up like some stick or something, and then I put my mitten on it, and I light it on fire and make a torch.
Okay, you definitely do that. Your mitten is burning slowly due to the fact that it's using fire retardant materials. It emits a light that
soaked in alcohol, yeah.
And soaked in alcohol, but it emits a light of approximately 10 feet. So you're still in the elevator. There's a hallway in front of you.
No, we're out of the elevator. I'm like a few steps in.
Okay. You're now hindered is now in the hallway with doors on each side, and there's a turn to the right, approximately 20 feet ahead. But you'll be kind of ambling in dark a bit.
You did say, so they sensed magic, right? When it's magic, it's specifically like mage magic. It's not going to be like vampire or werewolf magic, is it?
It's definitely magic that is from mages. Vampire magic is blood magic, and it's very specific. It's what it is, and no one has really reported anything like that so far. But again, for all you know, they could be wrong, or someone could be lying.
Oh yeah, but yeah.
I think.
Okay, I'm gonna try. I have Prime.
Okay.
That's got the knowing. So if I cast that, I should be able to see or maybe trace back any spells in the area where he's placed that spell.
Prime should be able to find mage magic for sure.
Okay, so knowing is which level again? Sorry.
The first level.
Spirits.
I've got one, and I've got the first level of Prime.
I just don't see that spell.
No, it's just like not like an actual spell.
Yes,
but...
yeah, you definitely could. Okay, that's fair.
Okay, I'm gonna use 2 mantras. I'm going to start chanting in high speech, and I'm gonna pull out my tool, which is a carved little wooden symbol that he made after the accident.
Okay,
I'm gonna try and cast this.
Sure.
And 3 successes.
You definitely succeed. You gather your magic into your yantra, and all the mana courses through you, and you see the way of the true. You basically dispel the lie. You don't actually find any true magic as you would befit it, but you do notice that there is somewhat of a void of magic down lower just down lower. You imagine that there could be a sub basement to this hospital that either has been used in a long time or is simply just out of the way.
All right, so it goes interesting. There's not mana per se, but more of a mana void farther under us. We may need to go down further.
We should go into the void, you say?
Oh, well, you put it like that. But it definitely stands out.
Do we fear that perhaps this void will limit our powers?
I don't. It's not that per se, but the background level.
Well, I fear that, I should say. I say, and then take a swig of whiskey.
Let me clarify, just because I don't mean a void as like a black hole. It's simply just the absence of something.
Yeah, more like this is it feels more like this is where someone has hidden something than it's like
Okay.
static in the
Okay, just like a blind
the
spot, maybe. Yeah.
absence.
Not
It's
like
like-
a no magic can't ever happen.
No,
or-
no, no.
It's-
It's more like this where I can't feel it.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
So
not,
there must be
it's not a
something.
maw. It's just it's just basically just an area where you cannot see past or see through.
Understood. Okay, so let's get deep, boys. How do we get? So even the buttons on the elevator. This is the furthest down.
No, if there's a
There's no further buttons. There's no power to this thing. For all you know, there could be it's like an elevator shaft somewhere that services different floors, as most hospitals do have. But for all you know,
So I'm using the torch, and I'm gonna look for some sort of some shaft. It's probably gonna be even an air shaft, or maybe a laundry chute, or something man-sized that leads down.
yeah, definitely. Just do an investigation roll.
So I've been looking on the sheet and I can't find it, so I'm just gonna mention it out loud. I could have sworn there was a place that you could just do an attribute plus a skill, any of it. It was like a drop-down menu, and then it rolled it for you. But I don't see it anymore, so I don't know.
It might have been a different sheet, to be
It
honest.
might have been an older sheet.
I haven't seen anything like that on this.
But that's like the main thing you want to do. So
I would just use the advanced roll on the left side.
yeah, I mean, I'm happy to just do it. I just slash roll personally, but I could have sworn it was on there. So now that's I'm just mentioning it. Okay,
Yeah.
so this is so it's going to be wits investigation, right?
Yes.
6. Oh, and I have my investigation is pattern recognition.
That
It's
won't
a
help
specialty.
you. Yeah,
Okay.
that won't help you here. There's no pattern to a laundry chute.
There's a pattern to the floor plan.
Did that help you find the floor plan?
I mean, it would help me find anomalies to it.
Sure, I suppose. Yeah, well, you definitely succeed once.
Yeah.
Rolling today. Yeah, you take a quick jaunt around.
I got all those 2
as
strength
far-
rolls.
As
Go
far
ahead.
as you can see, you do see some laundry chutes and stuff like that. You take a look, open to one. One's closed off. It's been basically bricked off. The second one you open up, it's really, really decrepit and old, and it looks like it's falling apart, like the piping on the inside of it. And even then, it's really way too small for a human being to go through. You suspect that laundry has been done by the elevators now for quite some time. However, in your investigation, you do find on one of the turns that you have is a stairwell leading down to a door that is newer than you suspect anything else being in this hospital.
Spooky.
What, you think they they dug under the foundation?
They could have. It could be part of the sub basement. They could replace the door.
Well, I'm going. I got my torch, and I'm going down that stairwell, and I'm trying to look at the foundation.
Okay. The foundation looks more or less the same as the rest of the hospital does to you. Nothing seems out of place. The only thing that you note is that the door looks somewhat newer than the raw iron doors you've seen so far.
Okay, so it's really just the door that's new.
Yes, it looks newer. Not new, but newer.
Yeah, okay. I thought you made it sound like this whole sub-basement was new.
No. This is not a technological marvel. It
like they had dug under it and okay. All right.
No, looks like they've replaced the door. More recently than anything else. For all you know, they could have fixed the door because it was too broken beforehand.
I say out loud, this door looks kind of new compared to the other doors. I look at coins and say, it's not like somebody went to Home Depot yesterday and bought this door, but somebody did prior to when they made that wrought iron, 100 years ago.
I mean, we want to investigate.
Well, I'm flustered a little bit, and I said I just reported my investigation.
I meant, like, down there.
Well, I'm down the stairs. I'm
All
looking
right.
at the door. I'm looking at whoever. I was saying that to whoever was behind me. Unless I'm the only one that went down the stairs. And y'all are just
really
chilling.
Brent would follow.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm down there now,
feel
Tim.
like I'm leading this expedition because I don't know what else y'all would be doing. Say something.
All right, I open the door.
Ritsu touches the door, and immediately, while touching the knob, you feel an extreme malevolence, something that you shouldn't be feeling. It's more intense than anything you felt so far in this hospital, and it does not want you there.
All right, I do not open the door.
I look at. I'm sort of satisfied with myself for not having touched the door.
The moment you recoil from the door, and the moment you let the handle go, the door swings open. And
Oh well.
You don't see anything. The light from your makeshift torch does not pierce this darkness.
Does my infravision?
So it's just like a black hole inside, is what you're saying?
I wouldn't call it a black hole. It's simply.
But I mean, black hole dark, not sucking us in.
It's just an albedo of darkness. Nothing's piercing this light, and your infravision does not work. Infravision to work has to have a source of light to magnify.
But doesn't the torch from the light help though?
No, the light does not pierce this darkness as far as you can see.
Interesting. So it's a magical darkness. Possibly.
Yeah.
It may be.
Yeah. Well, does somebody have spirit? Like spirit vision might kind of work.
I do have spirit vision.
Okay, you activate your spirit vision. You see nothing. This darkness is all encapsulating. You feel agony. You feel agony behind it, but you can't discern what the source may be.
Isn't there a thing to tell if it's a spell or not?
Prime would be.
Yeah, didn't we already kind of did that? But we could check this specifically.
Okay, I will. I prime sight, or I could cast the prime spell, knowing.
Sure.
Okay.
I mean, but which one do I need to do?
You'll just cast the spell.
Just cast that shit.
Okay, I will chant in high speech again.
Sure.
Give us some rhymes.
Yo, dispel this darkness, yo.
All right.
Atlantis is not satisfied with that rhyme. Oh.
No, it is not.
You try to discern the magics behind this supposed or alleged darkness. You cannot discern a thing. Magic seems to get sucked away from you whenever you try to cast around this area.
Okay, so I want to try and I have Fate 3, so I have it. I'm not finding like exactly what I want to do. But basically, you said that there's a malevolence and an agony here, meaning there's some sort of sentience here.
There
and
could
so
be.
I want to try and understand the nature of the fate that has created this entity.
You can roll.
Right, because something has befated it to be this creature of darkness and agony, right?
Yeah, I'll go with that. You can roll your fate.
So I mean, I guess let's just call it 3.
Yep. We always roll with 3, no matter what. Even if you're doing a 1 spell.
Okay. Do I just click Fate and hit cast?
Correct.
Right.
You definitely succeed.
Oh, that's good. I'm not even looking at it. Hang on.
You've casted your spell. You've gathered all your mana together. All your praxis and yantras come alive, and you detect nothing.
Fuck off.
The magics of fate have basically told you nothing. Nothing's going on here. It's as if there's just a grand void around this area. Fate has not interfered here.
Well, my intention wasn't. It's not grandiose like the fate of this darkness. Like, why? What has caused it to be darkness?
As I said before, fate hasn't interfered here.
All right.
This is not fate's realm. You have an open door with a screen of darkness in front of it. The feelings of agony and despair.
Man, that was a dynamite roll.
Magic doesn't solve everything.
Fate should solve everything.
Yeah, that's why fate is usually banned from games.
I guess Brent's going to cast body control, and he's just going to walk in there.
Body control.
Cast your magic.
He will chant in high speech again, and he will cast body control. Get 2 successes.
Okay.
And then I just walk in there. Secure.
Okay. You walk through the door, and you are now invisible. Nothing. You cannot be seen. You are just gone. Anyone else wanna?
Yeah, sure, I'll walk in.
Ritsu walks through the door.
Okay, and then so step 1, and this is sort of to myself.
Mm-hmm.
I want to mind scan, which is one of my practices.
Okay.
Any of the 2 people already in the blackness.
You may cast your spell.
And I'll high speech that motherfucker.
You succeed.
Boom.
Your mind scan reveals nothing other than the people around you.
So they're gone.
Those who have went through the door, the darkness, are invisible to you.
They gone.
So we're walking into an unknown situation then.
Correct.
I would like to cast Full Thrush in.
What is that? Full what? Full Thrush in?
Yeah, Full Thrush in.
Are we? Is there like a limit to the amount of spells we can cast?
Generally speaking, if you're casting from your main 2 magics, no. Right now, I'm not doing mana. I'm not doing mana caps because it's just like ammo. It kind of sucks to do.
Yeah, I'm not keeping track of it. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah, if you cast inferiors, then usually it takes mana. Then I don't think any of you guys really cast inferiors anyway. But right now, no caps.
Well, that mine technically was, but
yeah, I won't keep track of it right now. It's not really. It really sucks to do, honestly.
Yeah, we'll worry about it if. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. If it comes to a plot point where I don't want you casting too much magic, I will make it happen. So don't worry about it. So you're casting Fool's Rush in, Tay?
Yes,
Go for
I'm
it.
doing that.
Roll your spell.
Yeah, how do I do that?
So you'll go to your Arcana on the bottom of your sheet, basically. You'll click on Fate, and then you'll press Cast. There's a button with a little.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So hey, since I kicked ass with that mind scan, is it alright if it like stays on for a few turns?
Yeah, definitely. You keep scanning the 2 people next to you, or rather, you and Tay. There's all you can hear.
Yeah, it's just me and Tay, and then sucking coins in the other room.
Yep.
It gives me a syntax error when I do that.
That's weird. Let me try from your sheet. So you click on 2 for Fate, and you press Cast. Oh yeah, it gives me an error too. What's going on there? That's really interesting. I'm not sure why that happens for you. Let's try something else. Yeah, it's not working for your sheet. Well, in that case, what we're going to do is just roll 2 d10s. I'll figure that out later. Okay, well, your combat works. You try to cast the magic, but you just can't gather the mana inside of you. The spell dispels itself.
Yes.
Fools will not be rushing in.
Oh no, a fool will be rushing in. He just won't have fools rush in.
No, fair enough, yeah.
Alright, whatever, fuck it.
I kind of say to Tay after you.
I walketh in.
And I'm trying to
with my
pay
wizard hat and
particular
robe.
attention to how the mind scan changes as he walks through.
The moment that Taze he steps through the door, and the moment that his foot passes through it, you detect nothing. It is a void.
Yeah, but I'm just trying to like that ceasing.
It just ends.
It just ceases.
It's as if he wasn't there anymore. That's all. You detect nothing else.
All right. I'm going to roll another praxis, which is superlative luck.
Okay.
Which is a potency 3 fate.
Sure.
And so this is more just like I'm doing the sign of I don't even know what to call it. I'm doing the cross with my fingers type thing.
Yeah. The crucifix.
Yes. Yeah.
Definitely.
That thing. So but yeah, I'm basically, trying to wish myself supernatural luck before I walk in.
Definitely go for it. You succeed.
Yeah.
You feel yourself just a little better at everything you do.
Sweet. And then I say fuck it and just walk through.
You walk through the door.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
The darkness envelops you, and then you find yourself in a room, a long hallway that looks just like the hospital that you've seen before. But across the room, there are multiple doors and torches across these doors. So you actually have light now. The doors are very old, wrought iron. There's blood caked everywhere. It's rust, and everything looks extremely dirty. And there's just blood trails going from each door, coming back and forth. You look behind you very quickly, and you find that there's a wrought iron door behind you. It's closed shut, and your party members are here with you, kind of beleaguered and looking around, kind of not understanding what's going on anymore.
So I take a look at it all, and my face is very placid, and I take a long drink of whiskey.
You are even more quenched than before.
I put
the effects of the liquor kind of taking a hold. From now on, you'll be taking in one less dice roll for any dexterity rolls you do.
Well, and I pull out a blunt.
Sure.
And I light it.
Sure.
To take the edge off from all this blood.
Certainly.
And I'm just eyeballing the rest of the party.
All right, so let me use Death Sight again in here.
Sure. You can definitely detect death here. It is extremely malevolent. It's almost as if nothing good has ever come from this area. Nothing good has ever died. Nothing good has ever died here, and nothing good has ever come from the depths here.
All right, cool.
It is extremely overpowering, in fact, the amount of death that's happened here. And you're not sure all of it's human.
So who wants to go forward first?
Can I mean, I can't, but I'd like to cast Warding Gesture.
Okay. So whenever you cast something, I don't really remember everything, so just tell me where, like, what it is, at least, so I can find it really quick, just so I can determine. But I found it.
Oh.
Yeah, definitely. Go ahead and cast.
Now, what, it was just 2d10 again?
Correct. You cast the shit out of that spell. You are awarded from supernatural objects.
Yeah, get fucked, everyone else.
All right, Mr. Magical Wards,
it's
how
not
about
like
you
we've
go forward?
detected supernatural things.
Say again?
Oh, no. I'm not going first. I'm just now protected against when y'all...
No, you go first.
No, Age
Brent will go first. He
ladies first.
puts his hands up and he puffs up his suit a little bit, just, makes it look nice, and he walks forward.
Okay. You take a few steps, and then you find yourself extremely nauseous. Something's heaving you up, and something's in your stomach that it shouldn't be. And you find yourself flipping upwards into the air, and now you're on the ceiling, and you've taken a good smack to the face, but you're nowhere for it.
He was flipped onto the ceiling?
Correct.
Stand up, and I brush my suit off, and I keep going forward.
Yeah, you're upside down, and you keep going forward. You take a few more steps, and you find yourself being flung towards the wall. You are now.
Would this time I recognize it?
You do recognize it, but gravity's basically changing under your feet as you walk.
I do have body control, and that does increase my reflexes, it says, but it's more the initiative side. Would that be enough that I'm able to land on my feet, so to say?
Roll dexterity.
I land flat on my face.
You land flat on your face. Take 1 damage.
Okay.
Take 1 bashing.
Luckily, my bashing heals very fast.
It does, thankfully. So to do that, you go to health, add, and bashing is the first one. It's the backslash or forward slash. So Corns is on the right wall, basically flat on his face, and the 3 of you are kind of looking bewildered at what's going on here.
I'm just chiefing on this blunt, kind of laughing at him.
You laugh, and Corns now feels a little more embarrassed.
I mean, I
Alright,
healed bashing in half a minute, so I'm good.
Yeah, you'll be fine. But you're kind of embarrassed. You got a little blood on your face.
Get up again. Keep going forward.
You fly back onto the floor.
Success. I've made it.
Okay.
I land on my face again. Take another bashing.
Take 2 bashing damage.
Are you still walking forward?
He's still walking forward.
He's
Can
gonna
I cast-
turn around. He's gonna be, come on, guys.
Can I cast Choose the Thread on him?
Take a quick look. Choose the thread. Where is that?
Apprentice of Time.
Okay, Apprentice Time.
What page?
Oh, I can look it up really quick. That's not a problem.
187.
I just need to look because I have a big.
On a motherfucking cop.
They're all bookmarked. Choose the thread. Yeah, you can definitely do that roll. Just give me a second, though. I need to go to the bathroom.
Hey, nice roll.
What the hell is Robin Sena?
It's me.
Oh. Well, you should be rolling more than 2 dice.
It's because his sheet's fucked.
Yeah, apparently. I blame Longsaddle because he's Canadian.
Then we should blame Brent. He must be Australian because he's upside down. Well, no, he's right side up now.
Yeah, but I rolled well, so you're about to know what to do, so.
Choose the thread, just let me roll twice.
Yeah. But maybe you won't fuck up this time.
What if I summon a ghost and talk to it? You think the ghost will try to kill us?
It's okay, I can freeze it in place.
Okay, there we are. Sorry about that. So you basically cast what was it? Choose the thread. You can basically see the optimal course for Corns.
Right.
You succeed. Oh yeah, you succeeded. Yeah, you can basically tell Corns where to go. However much that may help you, not sure.
Okay, well that's what I do. I shout out to him what to do.
He's taking
which way to move.
He's taking the optimal path. He's still flying all over the place as towards gravity. He's not really being affected. There's nothing you can tell about the gravity as the pattern, but he's not hitting his face anymore. He's getting on his feet every time he flies. Corns is now on the left wall. He's still walking forward, but he's just kind of flipping all over the place. Anyone else going to walk forward?
So I want to pick anything or take a coin out of my pocket.
Yep.
And toss it into that little. Is that coin gonna then switch walls? Right. I kind of want to see how that mechanism works.
Yeah. So do you do so?
Yeah.
Okay. You take a coin from your pocket, a loonie. You throw it down the hallway, and you find that it's essentially doing a spiral down the hallway. It's not catching anything anymore. Gravity's kind of all over the place here.
Oh, do I see that?
You always see it.
Yeah, then he's just going to stop walking. He's just going to go for a athletics jump down the middle.
Okay. You do a jump. You jump forward down to the middle. but you find yourself coming back towards the wall, or the left wall that you're on right now.
God damn it! He screams. He hits the wall.
You're landing on your feet due to Taste Swifts, so you don't take any damage.
I'm gonna cast.
Aren't there doors?
There are doors along the entire length of this hallway, as far as you can see.
So, like, open up a couple of them doors. He says, standing safely back, smoking on a blunt.
Do you try to open the door, anyone?
I open the door closest to me.
You take the door. It's very old and very heavy, but you manage to get it open very, very slowly. You're kind of pushing it and pulling because you're upside down. You don't get the leverage you need. You find that the doorway is basically crammed with what can look like viscera. It's extremely old, extremely smelly. The smell makes you vomit. Makes all of you vomit, really. And it just kind of collapses down onto the floor. But you don't see anything in this room. It's just
I swiftly close the door.
The door will no longer close. It's full of viscera.
Good job, dude. Thanks.
Well, you try open a fucking door, man.
No, I'm gonna do something smarter.
I say that looks like it stinks.
It definitely does, and you know it does.
I'm as far away as anybody.
To cast.
Hinder just throwing up now due to him being half drunk.
Good. I would like to cast Temporal Summoning.
Okay. Time
189.
Best tell me what level.
3.
Okay, Temporal Summoning.
I'm not throwing up because of body control.
Oh shit! I have a flashlight. I say as I like pick myself up after vomiting.
Yeah, you turn your flashlight on, you have more light. You can see better.
I mean, it's all lit up now, yeah. But then I'm like, oh, that could have been useful.
Okay, what exactly do you want to do with the spell take? Because you can replace things with past images of yourself or anyone else. Do you want to like
or an area?
Back? You want to put the door back?
Oh no, I just want to like take the area back in time and see like what happened here.
Can you do an area?
Yeah, area. Cast upon an object, area, or living being.
Yeah, but you're casting on a very large area, so the spell would be really hard to cast. So let's take a quick look. So casting on an area for Mage it requires something called Reach, which makes it so you have less dice to roll with. But you can never go less than 1. But if you do go less than 1, you have to roll a 10 for it to succeed. So let's take a look. And generally speaking, at this level, you're not really casting area magic, but we'll take a look. So if you do area, it's quite a large area. It's as far as you can see.
I got a large area for you.
Yeah.
That's all I can do.
Okay, so let's see 1. So let's see here. Yeah, you'll roll 1 dice, and you have to roll a 10 for it to succeed, because you're rolling at a -9 right now. So roll 1d10. Unfortunately, it does not work. The area simply it's not interested in becoming what it used to be.
Okay.
Corns is on a wall right now, left side, kind of queasy. Hindered is kind of picking himself up after heaving all that alcohol in his stomach.
So I get my.
Actually, here's a good question: Can we like see the end of this corridor, or is it just infinite?
No, you cannot see the end. You don't know if it's infinite or not, but you just cannot see an end to this. It just keeps going and going.
Okay, I'm gonna recast. I'm gonna cast a different. Fucking what was it called? Transform life.
Okay, what would you like to transform?
I'm gonna make it so I have echolocation, and so I can wall crawl, so I can just go on like all fours and stop hitting stuff.
Yep, go for it.
He starts chanting again.
You definitely succeed. You now have the abilities to crawl on walls and echolocation.
Does echolocation say anything about the end of this hall?
You put out a screech like a bat, and you sense that your sound waves are bouncing off the walls. incessantly, but it hasn't come back to you. So echolocation tells you nothing other than the fact that there are walls around you.
Say, guys, I don't think there's an end to this hallway.
Can we check the door where we supposedly came in from?
You definitely can.
See if we can get out of here at all.
Sure. You turn around, you grab onto the door, and I imagine you try to open it.
Yeah.
It is not opening.
Is it locked or is it like sealed? What's going on?
You try to tug at it. It is not moving at all. It does not budge.
Alright, cool.
You cannot tell if it's locked. You can take a look, but from what you can tell right now, it is simply not opening.
Great.
I'm gonna try another prime to like try and see what's going on magic-wise here.
Okay, definitely. And what are you trying? Let's just see.
That's the same, like piercing the veil or whatever, like seeing what's going on here magically with prime.
Nothing is going on here magically. There is no magic that you can detect that is causing any of this phenomena.
I'd like to cast Serendipity.
Okay, go ahead. Serendipity. Did you succeed? No.
Nope.
Okay.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Serendipity. What was that doing?
I guess I try opening another door.
You, just like before, you open a door with a large amount of force. It opens slowly, and viscera just starts pouring out. You're a little more acclimated to the smell now, though, so you're not vomiting. There's a lot of blood on the floor. And just organs and body parts and things that you cannot describe. You know it's not human anymore.
So if this isn't magic, per se, then it's either we have to be in Twilight or some type of...
It didn't say it wasn't magic, it just said it's not magic that you
Hang
can
on,
tell.
you said the viscera on the floor is not human.
You can definitely tell there are bones here that you have not seen in human beings before, no.
So I don't quite know the difference between it, but they're both matter ones. Detect substance and discern composition. I want to do both of them.
This would be more life because it's biological versus like a matter itself.
But no, it's fucking matter, dude. Matter is matter. I mean, I guess you're gonna say, but I mean, then it would, if it's biological matter similar to human, then that's enough. But if it's not human, then that tells.
Ooh, I have an idea.
You say it's gonna tell me something. It's not gonna tell me. I'm not asking like what species it is.
The issue with this is for discern composition, for instance, the subject becomes aware of the precise composition of an object, its weight and density, as well as the precise elements that make it up.
Yeah,
it's not really.
Is this a carbon-based life form?
It has blood, and you can.
Does it have like more nitrogen in it than a normal? Like I've probably done human flesh before. Like I would compare it to normal. It's gotta be different. What elements are different in this shit?
I've got this, okay? I've got this.
It's gotta have weird elements and shit, right? It's alien skin.
Y'all ready for this?
We'll discuss. Let's do this action, and then we'll go over that.
All right.
I want to cast Temporal Summoning on the Viscera.
Okay.
Why?
You want to just pick up...
you want to know why? Because fuck you, that's
He's
why.
gonna, like, turn it back into a dude.
We're gonna find out what it was. So is that a regular roll?
That would be... You'd be doing time... How much is your time? 3?
3.
You'd roll 3 d10s. You are just really shitty at this.
Yeah.
Why don't you try again?
You hold on to like a piece of an organ that you're not exactly sure the composition of. You're not exactly sure where it comes from, but you hold on. It's really heavy, and it kind of slips out of your hand and flies into your face, and you feel it. You feel blood in your eyes, and it's really burning.
So that wasn't a botch though, because it was a canceled out success.
Yeah, but he still drops it anyway. It's very heavy.
Yeah, no, I get you.
Well, that was my idea.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! Well, if I had space, it would make more sense.
If you want to do matter, you can basically, from what I understand, life is more or less doing biological things. Matter is doing elements and things like that. But you can detect substance on it and figure out if it has more iron in it or whatnot.
Yeah, I'm trying to see how, like, in what ways is this different from what like a normal Earth bioviscera?
Sure, you may definitely do that.
So yeah, I'm not going to be able to know what creature it came from, but just like what's different about it. Does it have radioactivity or something?
No, definitely roll matter. So you're just picking up like a random organ.
Yeah, I mean the one that most visually strikes my eye.
Okay.
Like an intact thing.
Sure.
A gallbladder.
We'll do a gallbladder, sure. So roll matter. Perfect. Yeah. You succeed. You pick up what looks like to be a large gallbladder. It weighs approximately 16 pounds. It's very hefty, very large. You can discern from just anyone, from just you being a human being, that this thing came from a big thing. You take a good look into it with your magic, and you find that just like most gallbladders, it's for the processing of fats and things along those lines. Nothing really makes.
But this is like organic carbon-based life.
Yep, it is
with a normal amount of nitrogen content.
Yep, from what you can tell, it is
no crazy elements.
You detect nothing that would be out of the ordinary. It just looks like a very large gallbladder. It looks like it could have came from a very large animal, a large being, but nothing really speaks out to you. You do find that the blood within it is far more acidic than regular blood should be, but it is copper-based.
Well, so there you go, though. So then there's some sort of weird copper-based biology. Well, I don't want to say biology because I'm not detecting life from this, but that is
our blood, our hemoglobin's copper-based.
Is it? Okay.
Yes.
So a normal copper content is okay.
Copper/iron. Yeah.
So no major element contents are different from what I would get from
you find
normal
that
Earth viscera.
The pH level is very, very, very low.
Just more acidic.
So it's much more acidic than normal blood should be. And sorry, it's iron. My mistake. It's iron, not copper. Side of the back. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Copper would be crazy, but that'd be awesome.
That'd be maybe blood. But in any case, you find nothing other than the fact that this blood is extremely acidic. If it stays on you for too long, it could cause irritation.
Are these alien?
You cannot tell.
I mean, are they
ain't from Earth?
You don't know.
God, they're xenomorphs.
Whatever they are, they're dead now.
Alternate dimension. I'd say out loud.
Yeah. Whatever they are, they're dead now.
I guess Brent keeps crawling.
I think all these creatures come from some other dimension, and I think all those doors lead to some shit dimension. And I think they made us here to clean up their toilets in the shit dimension.
He looks back and he says, "Well, I'm not going to open any more doors, am I?"
I mean,
how about you try one more? You
open the fucking door, man.
All right, I'll go open a fucking door.
Go do that.
Yeah, I go and open a door.
I stifle laughter and try and encourage anybody that wants to open the door to do it.
Ritsu, basically, just like before Quarantine, he grabs onto the door and gives it a good heave and flies open.
Though I am holding my breath as much as possible this time.
More viscera pours out, more blood. These organs, just like all the rest, look different. They're like just an assortment of organs. It looks like they came from hundreds of thousands of things, for all you know. It's just bloody.
Maybe you could...
And on the bottom of the pile, you find it's just like old, congealed, caked blood. It looks like rust.
Does anyone have matter 3?
Got matter 2.
I don't think it's not enough to just like turn this all into smoke, and then we can try and see what's in the room.
I can open a ghost gate and we can start chucking it in there.
Okay, go for it. Start piling.
All right, so I guess I'm gonna cast a ghost gate out in the hallway.
Okay, roll death.
Wait, what's the purpose of this?
Empty the room using a ghost gate.
See what's in the room. Yes.
Oh, okay. I see.
Well, you definitely succeed. A small portal through the ghost realm appears in front of you.
All right, let's get chucking organs.
You pick up an organ, you throw it into the ghost gate, it vanishes, and you keep doing so, but you find that your efforts aren't really emptying this room.
Shit.
Whenever you pick up an organ, one slops down on top of it. It looks like you're making no headway here.
Suck would know all about organs flopping down on top of him.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any ghosts nearby that I can talk to?
Your senses tell you nothing. There's nothing here that's...
Well, yeah, I mean, so surely there's no ghosts of these dead creatures?
No, nothing. It's as if, again, there's just a large void
Maybe,
here.
yeah. Maybe the souls have been stripped from them or something. Because there's some crazy demonic shit going on in here.
You can definitely detect death, and it's very malevolent. It's very, very agonist, but...
Oh, so death is... Okay.
Things have died, but they do not stay here.
Just keep on crawling, keep on crawling.
Sure. You keep flinging all over the place, and gravity's not being consistent here.
It's okay. I just stay on the floor. Wall
yeah,
climbing.
I'm at a magic to cast, so this is on y'all.
You could try reversing time on the thing again.
Can I do that?
You definitely can.
Okay, well, I do that.
God damn it.
That's a botch.
Yeah, that is a botch.
Oh, Longsaddle muted himself.
Yeah, he's...
Your magic
laughing at me.
has done effectively nothing.
Yeah.
Try to cast the ether, and you find yourself extremely exhausted. You won't be trying to cast that spell for a while.
Yeah, I told y'all. I tried. It's up to y'all.
So Ritsu's still at the back of the door. He's kind of middling about. Hindred's there too. Corns is just crawling down the hallway, and Tay is now just exhausted from his efforts. The hallway, as you see it, keeps going.
I'm going to open another door.
You open another door, it flings open slowly with a large grinding. More viscera just pours out. The blood is now pooling on the floor now, and it's getting rather smelly.
So is there just like an infinite amount of torches?
Correct. As far as you can see, that they're just the torches and doors keep going.
So what? Like let's because I'm not gonna go into that. I talk to I yell out to Corns, hey, like turn out some of them torches.
So you want to basically like kill the torches, like as in the light?
Yeah, which is like because there's an change
the paradigm.
Just see what happens. Yeah, see, can I detect that? Can I visually sense him? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because that.
Yeah.
Or is there one missing, repeating forever? You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to kind of see how that infinity works.
So Corns basically, while he's on the wall, he kind of snuffs out a torch or two, and you find that just snuffs out those two torches. Nothing happens. It's just there's less light for him. That's all.
Do I still have nothing from echolocation?
You still get nothing. You have the walls around you and the walls behind you, but it's as if the sound wave has not hit the end and come back to you yet.
Yeah, he's just gonna stop and just start heading back towards the others. He says, "Guys, this is just not end. This is infinite. I feel like we got to figure a way out of here. There's some type of dimensional trap. I don't know. That's not my thing."
Space would be very helpful right now, but Corns just comes back. He's flying all over the fucking walls, and he finally gets to the door where you guys start, and he's back finally on solid ground. And you see him like look great about it. He's like, he's very happy about it.
What's the strength of the gauntlet here into the spirit realm?
Sorry, strength of the gauntlet?
Yeah, the gauntlet.
You haven't heard of the gauntlet? Come on.
Page 179 talks about it a little bit.
Oh, I see.
Everyone knows the gauntlet.
The spirit realm and the physical realm.
So I think spirit guy should capture. Well, if there are no spirits around, I guess.
This is a strength 0 area. There is just essentially nothing.
Because the best thing to do is to
verge,
enslave a spirit.
We're in a verge, basically.
You're basically in a void. There's no spirit activity here.
Oh, that's what you mean.
Yeah. Anything.
Verge is different. Verges, you can just walk into the spirit world.
Here, there's just nothing. There is no spirit world to walk into here. Any attempts to do so would just be unmitigated.
All right, so Brent will say we are clearly in a extra dimensional space. Again, there's not my forte. I do not know. Do any of you guys know how to work that arcana?
Nope.
I don't believe any of you has space magic.
No.
So the door is still behind you. It hasn't budged at all.
Here's a question. Do we still get service?
And your cell phones?
Yeah.
You never see him wind up,
Good question.
throw everything into it.
That would be interesting.
That would be interesting. No. The door's behind you. It hasn't budged at all, and there's about 4 or 5 doors just pouring out viscera and blood unceasingly now. The floor is getting pretty messy, all things considered. Very, very, very smelly. And Tay is kind of rested up from his magical excursions. He's kind of getting a second wind.
All right, well, y'all know what I'm gonna do.
Casting magic.
I'm gonna cast Temporal Summoning.
Sure. You succeed.
That counts.
You succeed.
Yay.
You grab one. Like, what do you want to grab? What do you want to do this to?
I don't know, just something at random.
Well, it's all around our ankles at this point, right?
Yeah, just pick something up here.
Okay. Yeah. You pick up like a dart, like a heart. Something looks like a heart. He has multiple chambers and vessels, and you kind of fuse it back to where it used to be, and it starts to pump. Starts beating on its own, as if it has life on its own now.
Well.
Yeah, that's. I didn't expect that to happen. I thought it was gonna like reconstitute itself.
Well, you created an image of it beforehand. Hearts beat.
Yeah, no, that's literally what the spell does, isn't it?
Yep.
Well, fuck me.
What would you guys like to try now?
Do we want to try fucking with the door behind us again? Try to get out?
Oh, if I'm rested up, can I cast Serendipity again?
You definitely can.
Yeah, let's try and fuck with that door.
There you go.
Oh, right. They cast that.
Hold on. I would like to keep the beating heart, though, just as a note going
I
forward.
wish I like the Umumpshala or whatever from Temple of Doom.
Jesus.
It's Kali Ma, by the way.
Is it? They say Kalima, and then the response is like a Umumpshabab.
Is it? Oh, yeah. Fair enough. I haven't seen Temple Doom in years.
Oh, that's the only one I ever had on VHS. So I've seen Temple of Doom like more than any of them, and so I'm the only one that has it in that order.
Okay, so Tay, you cast Serendipity. It definitely succeeds. Something tugs you towards the door. Like you feel that should be the next way of going. The next clear course of action you should be taking is
Behind us, like
yes,
leave
the door.
Okay, I mentioned that. I say, I don't know what I say, but I say something cool.
The door behind you feels important.
Sure.
All right, let's open the door. Let's figure it out.
Okay.
Yep.
We'll go through this door.
Brent's gonna try and fucking force it.
Does it have a lock?
As far as you can see, it's just the door. It's like
Of course it is.
plain door. There's no locking mechanism. There's nothing to it. It's just like a slab of metal with hinges. You're trying to force this door open.
I will try and force the door open.
You grab it like one of the hinges and you just keep pulling, and it's not given to you. And you feel a malevolence behind the door as you touch it. Like as you start grabbing at it, you start feeling that you don't want to be touching this door. Or that the door doesn't want you touching it, sort of thing.
I say fuck you basically, and I look at it by spirit sight.
Okay. You detect effectively nothing with your spirit sight. You just feel like a malevolence behind this door. It's not sentient. There's nothing to it. It's just
okay. So it's not like there's a spirit fucking around.
No. There's no. As I said before, there's no spirit life going on here. It's just there's pure malevolence. There's no sentience behind this. It's just something's not right here. Period.
There's nothing with prime either.
There's no magic going on.
Interesting. So it's not a spirit, and it's not magic.
Correct.
Does anyone else have an idea?
Do you have an idea?
I'm gonna roll.
I have an idea.
Actually, I'm gonna roll occult.
The door is the clear way here.
Yeah, but I also have an idea.
You're gonna roll occult. Okay. Roll occult and intelligence.
I'm gonna try and see if I can figure this thing out.
Yep. So roll 4. Yep. Yeah, you definitely succeed. You kind of sit down for a second in a meditative pose, kind of think for a moment on yourself. And something, you seem to remember something occultish coming through, or you remember some of your studies beforehand, that while most things are magical or supernatural in the sense, some things are actually just natural to these realms, and some things are just natural to, a state of being, and that malevolence could be a thing to some areas. And that if enough evil happens or enough bad things happen, that areas just take on a malevolence themselves.
Okay, interesting. So this was a site of something deeply wrong happened here, and
it could.
Okay.
And Tay, you have something?
Uh-huh.
Go for it.
I would like to cast Weight of Years upon the door.
Okay. Weight of Years. It's time, I imagine.
Yes.
Okay, let me take a quick look.
Time 3.
Perfect. 3. Sorry, it's very hard to remember all these magics.
Yeah, no, I'm having trouble too.
Weight of Years. Okay. Okay, yeah, definitely go for it.
Ah, shit.
Unfortunately, you did not succeed. The magics in you just roll out and dissipate into nothingness. It's very difficult to cast magic here.
Mm-hmm.
The door is clearly the way going forward, as Tay has divined. You want to be doing something with this door. Will it be a good thing? Who knows? But you have
they don't have the strength to open it
you've tried it
at the moment.
It just doesn't want to unhinge itself, and you do feel malevolence.
And but it's not locked per se. It's sort of just a malevolence holding it back.
It's just a door. Period. There's no lock to it. It's just like a slab of metal on hinges. So it could be locked. You don't know.
Well, I mean, is there any give to it?
There's no way to open it. There's no handle to open it. So you have to try with the hinges. And nothing
okay.
gave. Yeah. You can try again.
Well, can't I? Well,
does this door have like the hinges on our side or on the other side?
On your side.
Could we try are these like bolt hinges or what?
Yeah, they're hexagonal bolts, so you'd need a ratchet or a wrench, depending what you have.
I don't, but I could possibly do.
There's probably like a little maintenance closet in the hospital.
I have wall climbing, so would that let me stick enough to the bolt to turn it?
Yeah, you know what? I'll let you do it. Sure. You can grab onto the nut and you have a little bit of tension. You have enough tension on it just to try to move it. Sure, I'll give you that. Do a strength check.
Success.
You definitely do it. Yeah, so you slide onto the wall, and just kind of get as close as possible, and you stick your hand onto it and just twist with all your friggin' might. And the bolt gives slightly. It's turning with your hands. But you feel an incredible malevolence. More so than you've ever felt before, as in something does not want to disturb, this door does not want to be disturbed in some capacity. The door rips open as if it's never been there, and blood starts gushing out from it. Just a wall of blood starts traveling towards you very slowly.
Good thing I'm on the wall.
Yeah. This thing is the entirety of the wall. Like, it's just the whole chasm of it is just covered with blood, like a wall of blood's rushing towards you.
Shining style.
It's very, very, very slow.
Is this like actual real blood?
Is he still on the wall?
He is still on the wall, and as far as you can tell,
it's like alien blood or alien.
How big are
people?
you? Brent.
Regular size?
Hmm.
I think is size 5.
Are you big enough for a 90-pound girl to sit on top of you?
You'd have to jump up there.
Yeah, that's
and
not a problem.
I don't know if we then like fall off the wall into the blood.
Okay, well that doesn't sound like my problem, so it sounds like it benefits me more than it
Again,
benefits
you have to keep in mind the wall of blood is like the entirety of the corridor. It's just slowly going towards you.
Oh, entirety of the
Oh,
corridor.
yes,
Oh,
yes.
okay. Oh boy.
It's on the ceiling going down. It's just slowly advancing towards you, and you just keep kind of backing up.
Okay. Oh,
Can we go through the blood?
Can I?
Can you look through the blood? You said, Quarns?
No, could we just like walk through the fucking blood and through the other side?
You could try.
I can hold my breath for like.
Well, it sounds more like it's like a wave of blood coming towards us, right?
Correct.
It's moving really slowly.
Yes.
If I tried to cast temporal summoning on this
Oh,
wave
wait.
of blood,
Can't
be?
we just do the ghost gate in front of the blood?
You could try.
Yeah, sure. I'll give it a shot. Cast.
Yeah, you succeed. A gate to the spirit realm opens. The blood rushes forward even faster than before and crashing over this gate. Some of it goes through, but anything that's been taken by that you can tell is being filled by the more blood. There's just it's an unending amount of blood.
So we stopped it from advancing further, though.
No, it is crashing over the gate. The gate doesn't encapsulate everything; it just through it and over it, and the volume fills up.
I'd like to cast temporal summoning on the blood.
Go for it.
There's not a negative to that since it's area, or does that count as an object?
You can cast on one bit of the blood, I guess.
It's
On
going to
what?
turn back into, I don't know, it's not what you want, probably.
This is probably not what you want to do. It's not going to do anything.
You're not going to do anything.
Does life sight tell me anything about the blood?
No, it is blood.
It's dead.
It's blood from many beings. That's all it tells you. This blood is cresting the waves. Now it's going much faster as you cast your magic.
I could try and turn it into something else. I don't know. I mean, life it doesn't really have out here, and neither does spirit.
You could try.
Well, you said there's no spirit here, and then I guess life would just be I could try and transform it or degrade it.
You could try that as well. Matter could be attempted. Keep in mind, though, every time you cast a magic spell, the one time, it has got faster, and you're like running away from it at this point.
Yeah, I'm out of ideas. So, good luck, guys.
Could slow down with time.
We could go for a swim.
You could go for a swim. You could try to slow down time.
Which one is my slow it down?
You can just say you want to try to slow down something at a time. You don't need. It doesn't need to be a spell.
Okay, I want to slow down time.
Sure. You try to slow down the temporal energies of this blood. Go for it.
All right.
Wow,
there you
you
go.
guys are
Good
rolling.
job, guys.
Get the-
Now it's up to y'all.
Okay, the wall of blood is increasing in speed. As the second Tay has tried to gather mana, it has basically just crescendoed into much faster. You're basically sprinting for everything now. You're effectively running away from this wall of blood.
What if I use shadow crafting to try to make a new wall just to block it for a bit?
What
I don't know.
is that?
I think we're figuring out that casting magic makes it move faster. So maybe casting magic is a bad idea.
So 132, it's Death 3.
Depth 3, shadow crafting. Death 3, you said?
Yeah.
Huh, don't see it.
It's bottom left of 132. It's the last spell before Death 4.
Oh, I got it. Okay. Okay, sure. Try cast. You succeed. The wall comes together and just bricks lay on top of each other really quickly and just form into a solid matter. And right before you see the last brick kind of fly up and solidify, you see the blood just careening like a frigging typhoon against this wall. The wall has slowed down the blood for now, but you definitely feel in your mind it's not going to stop forever.
All right, cool. What now, guys?
As you come and confer and kind of stop and slow down, catch your breath, you see the blood shooting through like the brick walls and like the mortar of the brick walls and stuff like that. This wall's really not going to last very long.
Keep running, nigga.
I've still heard nothing from echolocation, right?
Nothing. Other than the walls behind you and the wall in front. The walls is next to you.
What if we open one of the doors and hide in it? Oh, we can't close the door. Never mind. Fuck.
Well, we'd have to get rid of everything inside of it, and it seems like just infinite viscera.
Bricks are starting to fly away from this wall now.
I never stopped running, by the way. So
can I? Since this is like feeding off the spell somehow, can I try rolling a cold again and see if that helps me figure out what's happening?
So can you do what? Sorry.
Since this seems to be feeding off of the spells, can I try rolling a cult again to help figure out what's happening?
You definitely can. Roll a cult and take away 2 dice since you're really panicked and you can't really think very well.
And I still have that spell Kayla cast me, right? So let me roll twice and take the better result.
Sure.
That was wrong, but let's just count the second dice as the second roll, so that's 1 success.
Sure, 1 success. You kind of, while you're running and kind of panting and not exactly at your best, you kind of think to yourself what could be causing this issue, and nothing comes to mind. Nothing occult tells you what's going on here. The wall is basically burst open. The shadow bricks are dissipating. For all the effort that's been done,
You know what?
Can I just do a wits survival roll?
I'm just gonna stop running and we'll let the blood.
Sure, you can do a survival roll. What are you trying to survive?
I'm running for my life, aren't I?
Well, that's not really survival. That'd be more athletics. Survival is like living off the land.
Can I stop running and let the blood just come?
You definitely can. Do you?
I'm gonna do that.
Okay, Ritsu stops and kind of just does the platoon thing where he goes on his hands and knees and waves up into the air and the blood washes over him. You all kind of look aghast at him. Like, what the hell just happened?
And he disappears into the blood?
As far as you know, the blood has taken him. You don't see anything anymore. It hasn't washed him forward or nothing like that. The blood's taken him.
It's a evil malevolence, but does it really have any power?
You detect no power other than the fact that this is 100,000 plus units of blood draining forward you. There's probably 10,000 cubic meters of blood flashing towards you.
It didn't want to go for the doors. Maybe really the way forward is the way back.
I imagine you guys are still running away from this blood. You're getting really panted. All of you do an athletics check. So roll your athletics. Except for Ritsu.
I mean, like...
Athletics plus what?
Just athletics.
Like dexterity athletics, I would think.
Just athletics right now. You guys are super tired now.
Do you have body control?
Still do 2 botches.
Well, that's just a failure.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Tay?
What am I doing?
Roll athletics. And you have none, so just roll 1.
Well, so yeah.
Yep.
It should have been dex athletics.
You guys are super tired right now, and there's nothing dexterous about running constantly. You're just powering.
There absolutely is. That's what dexterity is, or stamina. Then.
Well, again, you guys are super tired.
But it's attribute plus skill is like how it should be. Anyway.
Okay, then re-roll. It's fine.
No, it's fine. I won. So.
Yeah. So, Hinder just keeps pumping forward as hard as he can. His body's taking him to his limits. Corns and Tay just kind of. They're at their limit now. They can't keep running. They're panting. Their heart's just beating.
I'm pretty sure Suck's not dead. So I mean, I don't know.
The blood just takes them. It washes them away. And Hindered, you just keep.
I run away the longest, right? But it's just gonna get me, right? I don't have anything else to do. I could do time 1. There's nothing I can do with time 1 that's gonna time this away.
Yeah, if I couldn't do anything with time 3, you're not gonna be able to do anything with time 1.
Probably not. So you're just gonna let the blood wash over you?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I don't let it. That's what happens. Right?
Yep, fair enough. You keep running harder and harder in this blood. You just can't keep anymore. Your alcoholic heart is just giving out on you. You got to stop. All this lactic acid in your leg is just killing you. The blood washes over you finally. You've finally given up, and you see nothing but red.
And the Dark Souls you've died sound plays.
You feel yourself tumbling down to the ground, down into the air, for as long as you think you can't even detect how long you've been falling, and you feel yourself smash into, just like this soft. Well played. You feel yourself hit like a crunched, squishy area that's warm, full of liquid, and you feel around. You find your party members also in this pile, and you're wiping the blood away from your face.
Can we pause real quick? I use the bathroom.
Sure. If anyone else needs to use the bathroom, we're gonna go for a little bit longer, if that's okay, and then. So I hope this isn't too boring or shit like for that for you guys. I know it's not D&D where there's tons of combat all the time, but.
Oh no, it's fine.
Okay. Still getting the legs under this. It's been a while since I've DM'd anything, to be fair. Like a long time. So
we ended up hitting something?
Yeah, you're all like on a pile that's mushy and wet and sticky and warm.
Can I use live magic to get all the blood and stuff out of my suit?
Life magic? I don't think anything life would do that.
Brewing? Or it's considered like dead matter at this point.
Even dead matter is still under the pervasive life. You can cleanse the
body. Can I use temporal summoning to return myself to a state where I was not covered in blood?
You could definitely try. You do so. There's no blood.
Hell yeah! Fuck y'all.
On you anymore. You have your clothes have transported back in time to where you no longer got blood on them, but you're still in the pile of blood.
Yeah, no, but I look good then.
You're cleaner than most, but you're still.
Well, I'm superlatively lucky, so I'm not that dirty.
No, it's missed your eyes and stuff like that. You're a little like your hair's still good and stuff like that. Luckily, your flask is still remained on your person.
Yeah, I still have No, hang on. I have a bottle and a flask. I haven't even touched the flask yet.
Both of your things have not fallen off your
body.
But
I take a drink out of my bottle.
Sure, it's you clean. Luckily, you know that like there's material around it. And you kind of clean it off.
I'm sure we've swallowed quite a bit of blood at this point.
You don't want to swallow anymore.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, you clean it off and take a swig, and you feel a little better about yourself. So you're just in a pile of blood, and Ritsu's just.
It's like in a war zone. You'll hide in a latrine.
I just don't even know what game I'm playing anymore.
Ritsu's just kind of knocked out, and he's not really feeling himself right now, and you kind of jostling the.
Oh damn! I'm dead.
No, you're just kind of like you're out of it right now. I thought you were gone still.
No, I just got back.
Okay, perfect. You managed to kind of slap Ritsu in the face a bit, and wake him up, and he's not good with heights apparently. And you kind of look around, and it's completely dark. You just feel underfoot is just like mush and wetness and dampness, and it's warm. What do you do? All you can see is just like the redness in your eyes. There's just blood everywhere.
All right, what do we see around us? What does echolocation tell me?
Echolocation does tell you a few things now. So you feel that you're in like a beehive type of a pit. It's approximately 200 meters wide and 100 meters tall. Sorry, using meters in Canadian. Under you, it's not hard matter. It's not dense, so echolocation is not bouncing back up from the bottom of you. But you do detect the room that you're in is quite large.
I start looking around, seeing if there's an exit.
It's just one big room?
It's just, as far as you can tell, like location, it's one gigantic room.
I'd like to cast Fool's Rush in.
Okay, go for it. You fail.
God, mother of God.
Then this definitely seems very weird to Brent.
I can get those great rolls to get my clothes looking good, but man, if I gotta do something useful...
Well, you're taste swift, goddammit.
Well, that's fate, right?
Because it seems like a...
Fool's Rush in?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I got more faith than you.
Oh, well, I don't give a shit about you.
But what does it? What are you trying to do with that? Rush in foolishly?
Fools rush in. No, fools rush in. So long as the subject has little or no detailed knowledge about the subject before they enter.
Oh, I'm all about that. There we go. I'm doing it.
Okay. You cast Fools, don't rush in.
Yeah, essentially it prevents you from fucking up.
Well, there I did
helps
it.
you not fuck up.
Darn.
Yeah, you did. You're not gonna fuck up.
Yeah, so you cast upon yourself. You feel more graceful and attuned with your area. You feel as if you can do no wrong. And
well, if I do no wrong in some like pit of alien flesh, so I mean that's got to be something, right?
There's very little right you could do here. Let's say it like that. So Corns is kind of middling about his echolocation. He steps off. He picks himself up, steps off, and he finds himself tumbling down a pile
while climbing.
Yeah, sure. You kind of like lose your footing and tumble a bit, and you fall down to the ground. It takes a while. You can tell that this
are the walls flesh.
He's cursing the entire time down.
You can't tell if the walls are flesh. Echolocation at least determines where the walls are, so they're at least dense enough that sound can bounce off them.
Oh God, did we get swallowed by something?
I mean, you know about swallowing, wouldn't you, Taylor?
Got him. But did we get swallowed by something?
You would have no idea.
I need to look at my actual other stats.
If you have life, you can detect life.
Yeah, do I detect life?
You can cast it. You can if you have life.
Why do I have useless skills like computer? I know
like the life site, Mage.
If you have life, you can
see the life.
You detect tons of life. Living, no, nothing is alive here. But you detect blood and bodies and gore.
So we got swallowed by an old god. Awesome.
Piles and piles of bodies here. They're being bled out and just there's viscera.
It's dark in here.
It's extremely dark.
Well, bodies. So human.
Did any of the torches from the hall get washed down here?
They did not.
God human bodies.
This is hell weird. This is like, guys, this is like something that's spirit, but it's not a spirit. Is it?
Yeah, we are definitely in the gut of.
It's like a ghost of some sort. That's not something I'm familiar with, not something I can deal with myself, but perhaps one of you guys are familiar with that.
I'm not saying we're living in a gore porn doujin, but I'm not going to say it either.
I haven't seen any porn yet.
The bodies that you can see really quickly, just with your eyes kind of adjusting to the darkness slightly, you can tell that there's beings from this. They're not human, but you don't know what they are exactly.
Well, hold on. Technically, in vor porn, it's not porn.
Not.
It's the vor itself that's the porn.
Let's not.
All right. Well,
yeah, let's not say we did.
Bad Taylor.
Yeah.
Whatever. Y'all are the ones saying dumb shit.
Saying it's ghosts.
I mean, I looked for ghosts earlier.
So hang on. So I've been waiting. I've been waiting for an entity, like a human or an object, a person. So I should be able to use post cognition to see into the past of a subject.
Okay. I will definitely let that happen. Wow, god damn it, Hindered, you're great at this. Let me just take a quick look. Post cognition. I just want to see exactly what it does. And what's your time magic? 3?
Just 1.
Okay, so you can't exactly see too far into the past.
But it's a level 1 power. Yeah, but I'm not. Yeah, it's not. The higher levels you see further back.
Yeah. You basically pick up the subject. You're not specifying anything. You're just like whatever's closest to you.
Whatever it. I mean, do you want me to do some sort of? Does any of them stick out? They all look the same.
You can't really see 12, so not particularly. But you pick up something that was
just one
right in your hand. It's a skull that's elongated. It doesn't look human. You kind of focus on it and you take a look back into its past, and you see right before it dies. You essentially see that there's a wall of blood crescending towards it. It screams out in a language that you're not familiar with, and looks forward and it sees 3 more people who look exactly like it with elongated skulls, screaming languages.
Is it in a hallway like we were in?
Correct.
With the torches and shit?
Yes, running away from a wall of blood. And it just basically washes towards and it falls. It feels a falling sensation, but it can't see in it. ends. Like
oh wait, so there's like people, things like dying down here.
Oh yes, definitely.
Oh
well, the implication is that he had the same experience we had just before his death.
Yeah. Well, let's do this. Let's shift this whole boy back in time.
Well, we don't know what language it's speaking or what it actually is.
Hey, we'll burn that bridge when we get to it.
Well, no, but it is a skull, though. So, hopefully a skull will turn into a head that, might supernaturally
from what he said, there's things that aren't quite dead down here yet.
Oh, no. Everything is dead. Like, they're all dead bodies.
Yeah, it was just like a
But
head,
they're
head
bodies,
skull.
though, right?
Yeah, it's actual bodies now.
They're mishmash bodies with parts missing. So if you took a skull and brought it back into time, you would have a skull inside someone's brain and someone's head. So even if you made it into a head, it's still a decapitated head.
So there's no more or less intact bodies down here.
So I would. We can get crazy, right? Because don't we have a time 3 and a life 3, but they're two different people?
You could mix this magic up, yes.
And so you bring.
So there's synergy.
Bring the head back, and then turn the head back to life temporarily.
Sure, but then you have a head that has no longer.
Well, with enough magic to make it speak, right? Like you don't have to have all supernaturally supplanting the parts that are needed. I don't know.
You would need to make life at that point, and that's well past 5. Like you're making life happen. Yeah, there's no way.
But so there's no bodies here that are in good enough shape.
No, everything's mangled, and you could try to find one, but it'd be very difficult. There's very little light here, and you don't even know like some of these beings.
Let's search through all the bodies.
So for all you know, a body like one of these beings doesn't need its, or it doesn't need a brain, or its brain is.
All right, I would like to stumble around for a few minutes, finding the least fucked up body. Then.
Okay, you stumble around. Roll a dexterity check.
What is that? 2d10?
No,
no, I have no dex, so it's 1d10.
So you have dexterity 2.
Oh, so it's 2d10.
Yes, you'll have to look. You look at your attributes and just roll 2d10. I'm gonna fix your sheet. Okay, you succeed. You've kind of look and find a body there. Nothing looks, nothing around these bodies, nothing in this pile that you're on looks to you like any sort of importance. And you feel that your footing is kind of failing you right now.
In what way?
That you this is not a stable platform.
Oh, sure. Okay.
And Corns is still on the bottom of this pile, just like on the ground.
Trying to make my way back up.
If you like, sure.
Or at least like try and find an exit still.
Roll a dexterity check. If you're making your way up.
Heyo. 2 successes.
Yeah, you just keep going up, and you finally make it to the top pile. You're all together again. So you're almost
clearly, gentlemen. Each time we've transitioned, so to speak, we've been trying to find something this malevolent force does not want us to. So clearly, this time we have to find again where it does not want us to go and attempt to go there.
Sure. Can I see anything with death?
Yeah, you activate your death magic sight, and you definitely see death has permeated every pore of this room. The air is full of death. It's all malevolent. It's all regretful.
Nice.
I say this place reminds me of my ex-wife.
Hindered, make a composure roll.
Who? What?
Make a composure roll.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Everyone laughs at your joke. You've kind of
Okay.
lightened the spirits up a bit. The moment the laughing starts, though, you hear a creaking of a door.
I don't think it'll kill me.
Relatively far away, and you see a little bit of light coming in from it. Looks like torchlight down on the ground at the bottom of the pit. And you see two people working about. They're bipedals. They look like humans as far as you can tell. But you start to hear something.
Whoa, what the fuck? Where's that coming from?
Roll 20.
Does that sound like high speech?
It does not sound like high speech to you. This is not a language you can make any sense. You can barely hear it from the edge of everything.
Okay, so these guys are on the bottom, right?
Correct. You're on top of the pit. It's quite high up there at the bottom, and you can see them opening the door and mucking about.
All right. Well, clearly these fuckers are involved in this, so Brent is going to Leroy Jenkins this shit.
Okay. You rush these people?
We're above them, right?
Correct.
Can you say karate flying kick?
You'd be jumping quite high up, and you'd probably break every bone in your body if you did. Just FYI.
Yeah, but think of the payout.
He's still honing the form and body control. I don't know if that would help with breaking every bone in your body.
It would not help with this, no. You just simply cannot jump far enough to karate chop them in the dick.
How far away are they?
I'd say they're approximately 35 feet down and 60 feet away.
If I did, what is it? There's a transformed life power that is leaping, where you gain powerful legs like a frog or kangaroos.
I'm going to stop you there and tell you that this is not. There's no way that you can jump this far up, and you cannot leap this far laterally and vertically to make this happen without breaking every bone in your body.
Okay, well, he's going to start just charging them then.
Sure. You start charging these beings, and they do not react to you at all. Like you scramble down the pile of bodies. And you just do a big running sprint towards them, and they are not reacting to it.
Level flying karate kick.
Okay. You get close enough to them, and they're not making. It's as if they don't notice you or they don't care about you. You start an attack. So roll a combat roll.
So it's gonna be strength plus brawling.
No, you have to go to combat. Down. You're just gonna be using a punch. You're just gonna roll attack. It's just a bashing attack.
My strength is still boosted, so I get another bonus to that.
I think you get +2. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to the situation modifier and just put 2. So I get more.
I get a 3rd for karate because I have that as a specialty.
There you go. Yep, so you add 3. So situation modifier 3.
And if I use willpower, what does willpower do?
Willpower is basically it's kind of like the vampire has this as well. What's it called?
Did I roll
it's
again?
Willpower.
This is willpower. So essentially,
it's across all the games. They all have it.
Yeah. Okay. So it just adds to your roll, and you get a certain amount of willpower per day or per week or whatnot. It's kind of like I really need this shit to work now. I think it adds 3 to your rolls.
So it's in vampire it's an automatic success, but that's pretty overpowered.
Yeah. Here it adds 3 to your rolls.
Oh, that makes that's all right. But we also have pretty low willpower. Like I think mine's 5.
Correct. It's really something you should be sparingly used. So use willpower. So yeah, you just kind of you run towards the beings and you just kind of jump in the air and throw your foot up and just crash into it. And the skull crunches under your foot. You've leveled this thing down to the ground, and the other being, as far as you can see, doesn't notice, doesn't care. You take your foot off its face. This being looks human. It has no hair. It's pallid. It's full of blood, and its eyes are missing.
I'm just fuck this at this point.
Among its face, there are rituals. What looks like ritual scars to you, as far as you can see, and they're still bloody. And there's just lashes across its body, and looking like words of power and things like that, and things that would be done in a ritual. And it's just the being is still alive, but it's just kind of spitting up blood and choking on its own blood, and so on and so forth. It's not getting back up again. and the other being that was working alongside either doesn't detect it or doesn't care what's happened.
What kind of work are they doing?
The other being is right now is holding a body by its legs, and just kind of pulling it back through
It's
the
like
door.
tearing back through the door. Right, just moving bodies around.
Correct. It's just moving the body. It doesn't. Whatever you've done to its comrade here, it doesn't.
If no one sees anything, I'm just going to turn around and roundhouse kick, Texas Walker style, this other guy.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Roll another roll.
Use another point of willpower.
Okay. Again, I'd strongly recommend you don't waste willpower.
Okay, do not use willpower.
I mean, clearly this guy isn't a huge threat, or at least you know.
I only do one. Wow.
You kick him straight in the face. He kind of falls down to the ground. No balance anyway, so you could have probably just pushed him. And he just kind of picks himself back up, like by his legs, up his. He grabs onto the body by the legs again and starts pulling it towards the door.
I just don't want him to keep. I don't want him to keep chanting.
Wait, so hang on. So what's this door situation? Because I thought we were in just a big open beehive.
At the bottom,
there's a door that they came through.
So I mean, it's open because they're moving bodies through it.
Yep, they've just opened the door. You just didn't see it because it was dark.
Can we kind of peer through that door?
You definitely can. So he's
I want to go through it, but I'll even shine my flashlight.
Sure. He's pulling the body through the door. It's open. It's not open all the way, but it's open enough that you can see. You take a look. It looks kind of just like what happened before. There's actually lights here now, no torches. There's blood everywhere. There's multiple. It's a hallway with doors, about 6 on each side. You can see the end of this hallway though, so you can at least tell that to yourself. Oh Jesus, this doesn't go on for infinity. But there's blood everywhere. Stacks of bodies have been packed everywhere, and there's just crusted blood all over the walls, all over the floors, leading into all the rooms.
So I'd like to wait around for long enough to watch this guy. Like I want to. Is he moving?
I'm gonna keep. Brent is just gonna keep.
I don't know how slow he's moving.
Down.
Yeah, well, I mean, okay, yeah. Assuming he doesn't do that.
So if you attack him, then he roll your combat dice. Yeah, you okay? You give him a swift punch to the gut. He kind of recoils and slows down for a bit, but he's still holding on to his body by the ankles, as far as you can see our ankles. And once he's kind of recovered enough, he just picks up and keeps going. Nothing's stopping him.
I must stop the chanting. They will keep attacking.
Okay. You punch him across the face, and you note that his mouth seems a little more rugged, and like his jaw seems a little more hardened than you would normally feel. Your hand kind of hurts after this, but you do note that his mouth is sewn shut and he has no eyes. And just like before, there's ritual scarring all over his body. Blood's
but still, this is where the chanting's coming from.
Correct. It's coming from a general area. He's humming while he's doing this. You can tell that he's in unison with this, but he cannot speak.
Must stop the chanting.
Okay, it's not coming from him specifically, but sure. Yeah, you trip him off his feet. You do you just grab him and do a judo grab and throw him onto it and just stomp on his throat. He's definitely dead now. The chanting still continues.
Can I locate the source of the chanting around me?
Yeah, you can definitely hear it. Do an investigation check.
I thought it's 0, so just roll 1 dice.
You roll 1, and if you roll a 10, you succeed.
I have no fucking idea.
For all you can tell, the chanting is coming from everywhere. You can hear it in your being. It's become a part of you now.
What if I investigate?
You can try.
So I got 3, so I roll 3d10s?
Correct. You can tell that the chanting is coming from the door. Like within the hallways, it's coming from the door.
Yeah.
Alright, let's go to the door.
Can we see through the door from our side?
You definitely can. As I said
yeah,
before,
we see that hallway.
It's a hallway with lights, not torches, and multiple doors, 6 on each side. There's blood trails going to each one of them from the main path, and there is a door in the end of it that you can see. This is not an infinite hallway.
I'm just shining a light through it, looking at it. Yeah, I'm inviting anybody to go through it.
You don't need to do a light. There's electricity here. There's lights that we don't know if it's electricity, but there are lights that are
But I'm even more light.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, Brent straightened his suit.
It worked after being immersed in blood. It's a well-crafted flashlight.
Yes, Mastercraft.
Yeah, Brent straightens his suit and he motions for everyone to follow, and he will walk through the door.
Sure. You walk through the door. You're on the other side of the door now.
I'll be back in a second.
You just get rid of this red for you now. Must suck to have that in the open.
I'll follow. I'm going.
Sure.
Same.
You walk into the door. Everything. You're on the other side of the door. The chanting gets louder. So you have 6 doors on each side, and the door all the way to the end. And
There's a door at the end.
Correct.
Like a boss door.
Well, a door. You can tell from looking at the ground that a lot more dragged towards that door than the other.
So I had wanted to kind of see which doors the dudes were bringing the bodies to.
Yep.
Is that obvious in any way? Is there some? I mean,
yeah. Well, as I said before,
were they moving them into the side doors and not necessarily the far boss door?
You can definitely tell that more bodies have been moved towards the end door than the others, but other bodies have been moved to the side doors as well.
Are we all in the corridor?
Yeah.
I believe so. I think Tay just kind of...
Yeah, Taylor's going to follow. Yeah, he's the way.
Yeah.
All right, I guess we move towards the door then.
Which one? A door on the side?
The furthest door? I mean, do we want to open up just a near door and see if it's full of rotten shit?
It's going to be full of bloody viscera, probably. We need to open a door at the one of the ends.
I mean, yeah. The door right in front, right? Like the one that's different is the one I would expect to be.
Whichever one the blood trail was leading to, of
right.
the dragged bodies.
There's blood trails to every door.
But the darkest blood trail.
There's more blood, and you can tell the ground's been just going toward.
Okay, whichever is the most recent trails we're going to head towards.
Okay, that would be the closest door on the left.
Yeah.
You open the door up. You open it up. It doesn't offer any resistance, nothing like that. And you see multiple of these beings/people, pallets still full of ritual scars, bleeding constantly, wearing just leather smocks, basically naked under it. Ripping bodies apart with hacksaws and rudimentary tools, and putting them into a pile that seems to get smaller and smaller as time goes, but they still keep filling it. And you see one of the beings finish with his body parts and start to go out of the room.
He's going to close that door.
You close the door. He opens the door and leaves the room and goes towards the big room of bodies.
I smack him down.
Okay, roll combat. You trip him on his feet. He kind of falls down to the ground and he hits his head against the wall. And he slowly gets back up. He's dazed and he just keeps going at his work.
Are these just like fucking zombies or what? What is life?
Yeah, they're drones.
Life tells you that these beings are alive. That's all you can sense from them. They're living beings.
Can I cast? I'm going to cast it as a spell and see if that tells me more about these things.
What are you using? Life?
Life, the knowing principle.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
So he chants again, and he's trying to get insight into just what the fuck are these things that he's been just bashing over the head.
Okay, from what you can tell, knowing life from your mages, from your magics, is that these things are living beings. They're rudimentary intelligence, like a human being, more or less, like a standard human being. As you can see just from a cursory glance at them, they've been heavily mutilated. Their hands are 5-fingered hands. They look more or less human. Their eyes have been removed. Some of their mouths have been shut through sewing. Some have still open. The ones that are open are chanting this chant that you hear in unison with everyone else. Other than that, life tells you not much more.
Okay. So I turn to Corns and I say, What's the difference between a hooker and a drug dealer?
I don't know. Is one your mother and one's your father?
A hooker can wash her crack and resell it.
I don't get the point. He says as he just like tries to curb stomp on the skull.
Yeah, Corns, roll composure.
That's the wrong one.
It's 3 anyway. So, okay, you bash his skull in and step on it hard, and he's dead.
What is composure?
Composure, well, for you,
It's an attribute.
It's 3.
Oh, just roll 3 dice.
Yeah, 3.
It evens out.
You find Hinder's joke kind of funny, but you think to yourself you don't really get the point, so you laugh just to make sure that you sound intelligent. You kind of get it.
So
it's not. I'm like looking up these jokes. They're the worst.
Let's try a different door, gentlemen.
Okay.
Well, then I turn to Suck and I say, "What do you call a lesbian dinosaur?"
My sister.
A lick-a-lot-of-puss. That one's all right.
Yeah, but that's a gay dinosaur, Megasaurus. So, yeah, the door's closed, and you just.
But no, but I'm trying to. Is there an? Am I notice? Like the idea was right because something happened with the joke last time, right? Is like humor.
You're noticing
showing...
nothing's happening. You think to yourself, maybe it's just the noise of you guys laughing that kind of rouses them up, and
okay.
Or it could have just been coincidental that they ran out of bodies.
Yeah, Brent's gonna try a different door.
Sure, you open up a different door. The one to the right of this one. You find essentially the same type of room that you just saw. They're just mending at bodies and breaking them apart and throwing them into a pile.
Okay, he's in closed door. He's like, all right, just
Yo, Tay,
he's just full of these things. I'm not even gonna bother anymore.
Yep.
Let's maybe once the end of the hallway.
Yeah, you can go to that door if you like. You open that door. Are you opening the door? I imagine all you guys are together.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, you come to that door, and Corns basically just nudges it open. This room is different. If you open the door with a creak, it offers no resistance, just like the doors.
And then can we pause for like 5 minutes? Gotta go take a massive piss.
Sure.
All right, thanks.
I'll stop the music for now.
It's very nice. I just really got to go.
Yeah.
We had a break, like whatever.
It's
the
fine.
Perfect opportunity.
Yeah, well, you're like when you're right at the apex of things, and so you guys feeling okay about this? I know it's kind of rudimentary right now. I have to get my.
Well, so what's the plan? Are we? This is going to continue to a second session.
Well, if you guys still want to continue,
I don't think we're concluding this. Are we? Or is there
Wasn't this kind of just a beta run for a potential campaign?
Well, I mean, I can incorporate this.
But we can then roll this into the campaign.
Correct. If you guys want to keep continuing, or
so this is like the tutorial
I guess the question
stage
is,
of the main game.
It didn't feel like we're towards the end. Maybe we are.
I mean, I can make this towards the end if you guys want to keep playing for like another 45 minutes, maybe.
No, so we was try to keep this around 2 hours.
See, I think
let's go ahead and wrap it up soon, but then let's make this a thing.
I
think we're all having a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean, so yeah, I'm always down to make it a thing, but two, even this one scenario, you can call it a one shot, but just make it a 2-parter.
I'm definitely going to do that if that's the case.
I think that's best.
Yeah, let's make it a 2-parter because we still got to try and get sauce in.
Because I think there's a lot of content we could still do, and you could throw in some crazy random guy that shows up, and
I can definitely do that. And generally speaking, when I do one shots like this to begin with, like as a tutorial, basically, I just incorporate into the campaign anyway. So
yeah,
harm and loss. It's just if you
guys
don't like your magics, you can change them.
I may, because.
Well, you have to figure a mage. There is, Christ, I can remember the words, but there's basically magic that's subtle. What's the word I'm thinking of? There's subtle magics, and then there's gross magics. Gross magics affect the physical world more, like forces. Like you can throw fireballs and shit around. Death is kind of really subtle, where you can't see things happen. They do small things, but the important one.
All right, I'm back.
Okay. But as I was just finishing, so if you guys want to be a little more flashy with stuff, you gotta like take matter, you gotta take forces.
Well, it's just and like we've talked about, right? Like fate is it's limited in how fatey we can make everything.
It's not that I don't want to. I would love to have a fate campaign where you can start affecting all this shit. It's impossible to keep track of. It literally is impossible. The book makes it so goddamn convoluted that it's just you can't. You look at time. Time has all these sympathies and how far connections goes, and it's madness. It's just fucking madness. So, like, I love to do that. It sounds really cool, but fate is just so hard to keep track of.
But yeah, but since I am fate and time, I may respec a little bit just to be more in line with the campaign. And
I don't want to like nerf anything like that. It's just fate is so difficult to wrap your head around with because it doesn't. It's not concrete enough in the book and it just basically says go with it.
I'm thinking I'd have more fun with Matter 3 anyway.
Matter, like when I play, it's matter and forces because I like playing a physicist. And you can fuck with gravity and everything like that, and it's just mad.
Yeah.
But in any case, so we're continuing. So you open the door up. This door definitely is different. The chanting is even louder than before. You open the door up. It's well lit. You can see just hundreds of these beings prostrate on the ground chanting with a mirror in the middle of the room. And right before the mirror is a pedestal, and on that pedestal is a disc. A red disc. It looks like obsidian almost, but red in color. And they're all just pointing towards this disc in this mirror, and mirrors around the room and things like that. And it seems like they're praying towards it. And then you can see.
So wait, sorry.
Is there anything magical about this disc?
Yeah, you can definitely see that there is some sort of sentience to it. If you take a look at your mage site with the prime, it is magical.
So disc, like compact disc?
No, as in like it is like a stone disc. Like it looks like obsidian.
Yeah,
almost.
It's like flat maybe on the floor.
No, it's lying on a pedestal.
How big?
If you took a look at the disc, if you didn't measure.
How many meters is the diameter?
You could probably say this thing was maybe 2 feet wide. If you want to do the diameter of it, you could do it on your own.
Brent will chant in high speech again.
And then what's this mirror? The mirror is like, it's like a sex mirror on the ceiling?
It's just a standing mirror.
Just in front of it?
Yeah, just in front of it. It's about 10 feet tall.
And there's like minions and like a semicircle kind of praying around it?
Correct, and there's mirrors all around. It's on the ceiling, so there's mirrors everywhere.
There's like a mirror theme going on.
Correct.
Brent will chant in high speech in a discordant to the chanting around him, and he will cast the Prime Knowing to investigate this disc.
Sure. From what you can tell, this disc has some sort of presence of magic, and you can sense a sentience, but you're not quite sure. Other than that, nothing's been revealed to you. You can't really discern what type of magic this is, but it is magical.
I mean, I can dispel it?
You can attempt to.
I want to detect composition of the disc.
Okay.
Where's the
You succeed. You gather your magics and you look towards the disc and focus on it. The material that this disc is composed of, if it's composed of any material at all, is unknown to you. The door is still open. You guys are standing kind of in the doorway, and they're still chanting.
I'm gonna go break the big mirror in the middle.
Okay. You just throw a punch at it.
Is there anything I can throw at it?
You don't punch glass.
You pick up.
That's generally a bad idea.
You pick up a random brick and throw at it. I'm guessing.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Let's see here. Let's see.
More like a bone.
Roll strength and roll strength and dexterity.
So is that like I have 2 in each, so 40?
4, correct.
Well, fuck.
Yeah, you throw it and miss the mirror. It cracks against the wall.
Well, guys, I tried.
Crazy, but how about Brent just goes over and he just smashes the disc?
Okay. You go over and you attempt to smash the disc.
I'm going to take a karate pose and just like karate brick smash this.
Okay. Let's see here. Just gotta keep looking at your.
That will get me the plus the brawling or whatever.
Do a strength and athletics check. So that's that's 6 d10s.
I get 1 success.
You hit the disc. It does nothing.
Try smashing the disc into the mirror.
That's a great idea.
Okay, so you pick up the disc,
I just smash it into the mirror.
but you pick up the disc, yes. Like you're not taking the pedestal and flying that at it or whatnot.
I mean, can I just pick the pedestal with my whole strength and just throw it?
You can try.
So that sounds fun.
Okay,
Let's go for it.
sure.
It evens out. Fuck.
You do not pick up the pedestal. You try to heave it, and you feel like a hernia coming on. You stop before it happens. It's very heavy, from what you can tell.
Is the disc heavy?
The pedestal is heavy. You don't know if the disc is contributing to it. Like when you tried to pick up the pedestal, you felt like it's more heavy than it like has any right being so. Like you can't imagine it being this heavy, but it is.
I'm going to do the smart thing, which I probably shouldn't have before, which I'm just going to try a cult to try and figure this out.
Okay, roll cult. You succeed. You take a good look at this. Like you kind of get into thinking pose again. You look at this disc from all angles, and you try to transcribe the materials on it and what it looks like. There's runes all over it and signs. Nothing tells you anything. You haven't seen anything like this before.
So I know it's not Atlantean high speech runes.
No, there's no any runes on it are cyber. But they do look like the marks on these people's bodies. They've basically adorned themselves or tortured themselves with these kind of markings on their bodies.
Some type of cult of sort. That's
What's the whole genital situation of these guys?
Sorry, the what situation?
The genital situation.
Oh, they have their genitals. Like,
All right, they're intact. They're not like nullowed out or like
no, if you
ritually castrated or.
If you look up one of their smocks, you can see the genitalia. There's different kinds. Not all.
So there's men and women.
There are men and women of varying species and so on and so forth.
What are we talking about with the hung factor here? Like, these guys packing heat, or
on average they are 5 inches as the length would.
Well, this is flaccid, so
that's a shame.
This
5 flaccid? Wow.
This is every man's game. Yeah.
They might be showers though. We don't know.
Okay, fair enough. You may not know.
True.
You can divine if you like.
So how many chanters are there in this room?
There's approximately 100 that you can tell. You haven't taken a good count, but you can probably say with some confidence it's probably close to 100 people in this room.
So besides these mirrors and the dude, there's no other features in the disc, obviously.
Other than like blood trail going towards the mirror. No.
Yeah, but there's no like even furniture.
Nope. Chanters, blood trail, pedestal with disc on top.
That's more people that I can cast a spell on.
Oh, yes. There's no way you can affect all these. They're packed tightly together, and they don't seem to care about you. If they notice you at all, from what you can tell. And as you're thinking, one of these other drones, as you call them, comes in with like half a body bisected in the middle, and it's just the legs, and it brings it towards this mirror slowly. It just leaves it there and exits out.
Yeah, so I want to like this. I want to investigate the mirrors a little bit more.
Okay, do an investigation check.
And this is pattern recognition.
Yes, definitely.
Because I do want to. Yeah, that's in particular what I'm looking for.
Sure.
So, 4, 7.
Okay. You take a look at these mirrors and you scrutinize them from top to bottom. From what you can tell, they're just mirrors.
Well, but I'm trying to look. Are they oriented in any pattern?
No, they're randomly kind of strewn around the room. Some are on the ceiling, some are against walls, some on the back of the walls. They're just kind of point everywhere. All you can tell is that there is significance towards the disc and this main mirror in front of it. Other than that, they're just old mirrors.
So you said the main mirror is a standing mirror, right?
Correct. It is about 10 feet tall, 4 feet wide.
I want to shift it.
Okay.
90 degrees, like or away from, or yeah, strength.
Yeah, just do strength. Just strength check.
Yeah, I mean, it might be super strong.
That's fine.
Well,
you take this mirror and you move it slightly off a bit.
Does it seem pedestal weighty?
No, it's just a mirror.
Well, then I point to strong guy and I say, hey, move this mirror a little bit.
Yep. If you want
where do you fuck do you want to put this mirror?
I mean, like, just don't point it towards the disc and see if they get mad about it.
And to get mad about it, what are you gonna do?
I pull out my Mac 10 and my bottle of whiskey. I have one in each hand.
All right.
My whiskey.
Your success is just move this mirror.
Yeah, you shift this mirror off 45 degrees, and you kind of look around the room. Nothing's happening. So 90. Nothing.
I kind of say fucking. I just push the mirror over so it falls.
You can do that. Yeah. I won't make you do a string set because it's just a mirror. You push the mirror over. It's the ground. It doesn't break. Nothing. They don't care.
There wasn't anything like if you like touch the mirror, you didn't like go through it or anything like that, huh?
None of you touched the mirror.
Can we sense that malevolent force anywhere in this room again?
It's everywhere. It's in the air. It permeates
Well,
everything.
it's like face side down now, right?
No, the mirror is face side up. It's face side up.
Well, I'll touch the mirror.
You touch the mirror, nothing happens. It's a mirror. You see your reflection.
Okay, so I think this is some type of nature of the lie, perhaps, that has just grown into its own sort of entity. It's definitely become magical of some sort, and I think these maybe these things are dead people that it's made into servants.
Let's keep in mind, I think 3 of you have fate magics. You can divine this if you really are stuck.
I'm gonna
kind of avoid using it.
I'm gonna pick up the legs and just fucking whack the mirror with them.
Legs of what? Oh, the
The
legs?
legs that got dragged in.
Oh, okay. You pick up the legs and just kind of like try to fling at the mirror. Nothing happens. It just hits it, and there's splat and there's blood everywhere.
All right,
Does it seem like this mirror isn't going to shatter?
It has not broken. There's no scratches or marks on it.
But that was like that was a normal shattering force.
Yeah, as far as you can tell.
Just take it, your Mac 10 man. Just shoot it. Just
Like,
shoot at everything. You're
Uh,
drunk
no,
enough.
I-
Go for it.
Use a matter spell to determine what the mirror is made of.
If anyone has matter.
I have
I've got matter
oh
too.
yeah, I do. Yeah, what's only matter 1 is detect composition.
Yep.
So well, you can do it. You have it. Yeah.
You succeed. So you take a look at the mirror. You discern its makings. You can tell that the mirror is approximately 200 pounds. It has a standard reflection, just like any mirror would. The glass material is glass. You can definitely sense that. Otherwise, there's nothing discernible about this mirror. Nothing special about it.
All right. So back to the disc. Someone draw a dick on it. No one?
If you'd like to, you can.
Hey, Tay, I feel like it's a you job.
No, I'm good, fine.
All right, well, clearly, gentlemen, we have to do something about this disc. It is the source of the magic in this area, feels like. So unless you gentlemen have any plan, I'm just going to. Well, I'm going to try and knock this pedestal over again.
Well, don't focus on the pedestal. Focus on the disc.
Well, now I'm kind of getting a bad feeling that I don't want to touch this thing.
Touch the disc.
I touch the disc. I touch the disc.
Ritsu goes towards this pedestal and basically it's just fuck it, let's do this. We've been here enough, nothing's working. He grabs the disc, he grabs the disc and just holds on to it. And for some reason in his mind, this weight feels right. Like he doesn't want to let it go. It feels good to hold this disc. And just as soon as this thought appeared in his mind, the disc starts to rumble in his hands as hard as it can, with the force that like Ritsu just can't hold on to, and it flings down to the ground, onto its side like a coin would, and flies towards this mirror, like just rolls as fast as it can towards the mirror on the ground and plants itself onto it. The mirror turns a scarlet color red. The disc vanishes, and all you guys see is just this white light piercing your bodies. You're blinded, and the chanting has stopped, and you find yourselves on the floor, like all of you, like just on your backs, and you're really dazed, and you hear this. And I think I'll end it there now.
Oh, ominous. It's a train, but still ominous.
You're all dazed on the ground, and that's what you're hearing. You're just kind of getting up, and I think we'll end it there. It's been 2 hours. It's been nearly 3 hours.
Cheers. Well, almost like 3.